Okay, oops, forgot Kent. Wait, it's because he popped in at the last second there. Hey, Kent. Anyway,
How's your
welcome to
night?
the A.
How's your night going?
Busy. Just finished work, finished a video for Jack, and I see like everyone's live and everything like that. So, and then DT's dropping stuff about another interrogation going on, but we'll get into that stuff in a minute anyway. So I did see that. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the email. Thank you guys for being here. What is today? Freaking hump day. That's what it is. It's freaking Wednesday hump day. Always forget. I always remember the first time I heard that a woman called it hump day, and I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, well, it's the middle of the week, it's called hump day. So I'll never forget that picture of a worm and a french fry. Hump day. But anyways, so there's a vigil today. There was Jack's fifth birthday, as you guys know. If you guys haven't hit that like and the share for, of course, Jack and Lily, please do so. They've been missing for almost 6 months now. We're coming up to that in just a few days, short days here. And of course, Halloween is on Friday. Zach Jackson, he'll be joining us on Friday for that. And yeah, so if you guys are not busy on Halloween, it's going to be at 5:30 my time, PST here in Vancouver, and it's going to be at 9:30, of course. Let's see, 5:30, 9:30 Nova Scotia time, 8:30 Zach's time. So Eastern is 3 hours, Nova Scotia, whatever you want to call that, maritime hours is 4 hours.
Atlantic.
Yeah, it's like you got a half an eye there, dude. Just saying.
And then Newfoundland's another half an hour ahead of us.
Yeah, they're like a whole 4.5 hour difference. I remember when I was married to my ex-husband, he was from Newfoundland there. But anyways, you guys, like I said, so obviously there's people that are probably a lot in Drunk Turkey Show right now watching it and stuff like that. Hey, I don't blame you. I'm kind of the one that I'm got to work, man. My hours are totally different and stuff like that. But hey, here made it. And so before we get started, and I'm just going to say this, okay? I'm going to play a quick little video in honor of Jack's birthday. Now, I want you to understand that in this video that I have animated a few pictures. So my point is Jack and Lily aren't just pictures. They are children. And here one day, gone the next. It's been 6 months. Need answers. The vigil again was today. So I'm just going to play that quickly. So again, I'm just going to warn you on that one. If you don't want to watch this quick happy birthday video of Jack, then please don't. Then please leave and then come back after. Okay. So I'm going to do that first. So happy birthday. Happy 5th birthday, Jack. Jackie boy. That's what they call him. Okay, so that was just a quick little video, but again, I animated some things there, as you can tell. And again, these children are, like I said, they're real. There are 2 children that are missing, and it's just really sad case out here in Canada. Again, for anyone that's new to the channel, I'm just going to say my name is Sunny Austin. My husband, Steve Austin, sometimes has been on some lives here and there, and I've been in true crime for 6 years, well, 5.5 years, I'd say. Covered many cases, not always covered them on lives and stuff like that, but followed very many of them. Again, I have a full-time job, and I do this for more of a passion for children. I do it for people, but in particular, children and animals, that especially don't have voices, and elderly. But my heart goes out to children, especially that are just innocent. They're gifts to be adorned. And it just breaks my heart to no end. Doesn't matter whose child it is. Anytime I see any children that are missing, and we deal with the missing and the murdered on this channel. Again, the goal is just to always keep it authentic, real, and genuine, bring out facts of the case, talk about speculation, and just bring awareness to the cases. But this particular one, it's almost 6 months of covering it. I haven't actually covered one other case during that time. I'm usually like a one a one case type of person, not there to look for the gloat and glory of everything and stuff like that. The channel will build based on being authentic, real, and not using clickbait or false things to try to drive people in here. It will always be honest and, like I said, my own morals personally. Whether you agree with that or not, don't really care. Uh, there's, last night, it's like those little trashy people in Facebook groups, whatever, had to leave it. Get so sick of those, eh? But you know what? The thing is that you can't tear me down, break me down, too strong for all that stuff. I will always carry on and doing what I'm passionate about, which is in fact people. And in this particular case, kids, they always have my heart. Now, Kent, you were at a vigil today. I do have that video to play as well. So just from your perspective of the vigil, and that was today, how did everything go? I mean, I saw bits and pieces so far of that. How did it go?
Well, I think it went excellent.
Yeah.
There was family there. Some people are harping on Malaya again, but we knew she wasn't going to be there in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Cheryl and Haley and a few other of their friends showed up. Haley read a poem. Belinda was there. I
Yeah.
believe it was Chelsea. I'm not positive because I don't know everybody by name, but I believe one of the people I seen or met was Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea
Yeah.
girl.
And like I say, a few friends came with Haley and Cheryl.
Right.
We had the crew there that was organizing it, myself and Janet and Michelle McFetrich. We had a couple other people step in and because set up the tripod because I wanted to make sure that we had it aiming to where the speakers were going to be speaking so they
Mm-hmm.
could be seen. The county warden of Pictou County spoke. Very straightforward. Some people might not like it, but I did. Was very poignant.
Mm-hmm.
Some people may say offensive, but I think it needed to be said.
Some people what?
May find it offensive, but I just think that it needed to be said. I think it was very professional in the way that he said it.
You talking about that old man that beaks off about online stuff? That guy?
Our county warden, Robert
Yeah.
Parker. Yep.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, he has the right to speak his mind as well,
Well,
and
he's speaking for the community, right? So he's elected there,
yeah.
and he said that about 75% of the people that he talks to
Mm-hmm.
don't believe these kids are in the woods,
Right. Well,
right?
we're gonna listen to all that because I
Yep.
only
I don't want to destroy too much because some
yeah.
people might not have seen it yet, but I just like to thank everybody that came out. I'd say there was a good 75, maybe up to 100 if you include all the RCMP officers. Everyone that was at the office tonight came out why it was going on, so I commend them for that. And
Yeah.
so
Nice. Good. I
proof
mean,
is in the pudding when you watch it.
yeah, so who did you talk to while you were there? Like, did you talk to Haley or Cheryl or,
Just the bare minimum. I didn't talk to Daniel at all. He come up and shook my hand and said thank you.
okay,
Uh, you'll see in the video.
okay,
I talked to Haley a couple minutes just in Belinda, just in who
Yeah.
was going to speak and when.
Yeah.
Gave both of them a hug. It was
Mhm.
emotional. It was emotional after them reading.
I bet.
And I'll just leave it at that, and people can judge it for
Um,
themselves.
I know it's such a hard time, like meaning thank you to everyone, by the way, Kent, that help all put this together. I know that you've done a lot for Jack and Lily. Like I said, I've known you near the start of this case, and what started off as somebody that didn't even want to come up really. Um, Decided to come up and tell us a lot about the Pictou County area and stuff like that. And then, you've done a lot with signs and just, all the different things. So tell everyone that was part of bringing this all together. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to everyone that truly cares about Jack and Lily, wants to go the extra mile, and that they sit there and they do so many wonderful things. You guys know that the 6 month is coming up on the 2nd. That's when I'll drop my video of the rocks and the paintings that people did. So I just wanted you to know that that will be done that's on Sunday. Sunday, now work till 6. So darn it, it's gonna have to be a late live. Yeah, then I go into my nights again, guys. So not gonna be able to do too many lives in the upcoming couple weeks. So I just have to do my rotation, eh? But anyways, so
But like I
that's when,
say, all the mainstream media was there and recorded the full Vigil live, CBC, CTV,
yeah,
and
yeah,
Global.
yeah,
I met Lindsay from Global Mail.
yeah.
She
Nice,
was there tonight,
nice. Yeah,
so it was nice to see them come out, and
yeah.
they
I
all
know.
did interviews before we get started. So
Yeah. So I want to say this again, and so I did an interview with Allie recently, and that was about bringing awareness to the true crime community and how it can impact and be a space for, like, when Belinda came up, or family members and stuff that want to speak out. Okay, now again, some people, find there's a lot of, well, there's the good with the bad. Let's just put it that way. And then I did one with Lindsay. But what I wanted to say about these two ladies in particular, and I know Angela as well. I want to say that to her as well. I just want to say, like, from talking to them both, less with Allie, but a little bit with Allie, and a lot more with, say, Lindsay in talking about the case prior to the interview and stuff like that, like just having a nice conversation with her. These two ladies, well, even I want to include Angela, but I've never spoken to Angela. But I just want to say that they really take this case home with them. Like, they really want answers. They really are invested in answers for Jack and Lily beyond their jobs. So that's always what I think about, right? Because for me, this isn't, I don't think of this as work in a sense. This is something that I do because it's a passion. And it's really nice to see when I come across people that I feel is equally passionate about something, and they truly care beyond the work hours, that they're still so invested in what happened to Jack and Lily. Everyone wants to know what happened to Jack and Lily, and we want freaking answers like yesterday. Right, Kent? Right.
yeah,
Hey, boss man. Everyone knows boss man. He's Brad. And I'm not sure if the wife's in here too or on there, but hey, Mary, Mary. But anyways, welcome you guys. So I want to play the vigil if you don't mind. Would that be okay?
yeah. Everybody's been playing it, so the more the better.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna play it too. I've only watched bits and pieces because I like to be organic and I like to watch things usually as they happen without, like, I like to watch them with you guys. Okay. So let's just see here. We'll make this bigger. We'll turn on. There we go. Okay. Let's start at the start, I guess. Okay.
Well, no, I just want to make sure it's in the picture, right? Where I said it.
Timbits.
You want to
No.
stay in there and I'll set it up for you, man.
There's can
Huh?
You want me to set it up?
Timbits.
Yeah, just pull it up that it'll stay
You
there.
can probably
so
jump
we can
ahead
set it
about a
there and
minute,
we'll-
honey, if you want to.
I think
Okay.
all right. We're just trying to get on.
Yeah, if you want to make sure.
Sound? Here.
Oh, there's Ken.
circle.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And there's Haley. Haley's in the black jacket there. That's Haley. That's now you called her half sister. That's her stepsister. Remember?
Well, I asked them, and that's what somebody said, so that's what I went with.
Can you guys hear me?
We're just letting some people come into the Facebook.
It's 'cause you don't listen to me.
Yeah, we just don't have any. They don't have sound yet. Like Charmaine and Nova are on, and they said that they don't have any sound yet. So I'm just trying to figure that out.
Charmaine and Nova.
It should be just a matter of like
Yeah,
once I'm speaking.
yeah.
Can you turn that up?
Okay. Oh, we're. Got it.
So test 1, 2.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Everybody here at the back. We got sound.
Yeah,
too.
we're good now. Yeah.
Okay.
There's just a bit of a delay, but
folks.
you're good.
I'll only take a couple minutes of your time. I'd like to see and thank the media and the little ones and everybody else for coming out this evening. The purpose of this event is to mark Jack's 5th birthday, but we're also coming up on the 6-month anniversary of the children going missing from here in Lansdowne, Pictou County. So the memorial, we wanted to be able to let the public know that the memorial will disappear from the front of the RCMP station for the winter months. A business with Amtech Limited in Alma has stepped up, and we'd like to thank them on behalf of the family and everybody that is fighting for answers for Jack and Lily to come home. They will take and house the hardscape items, as well as a dinosaur animal, stuffed animal for Jack, and a unicorn for Lily. And they'll put it in their display window and keep the light on, hopefully to shine the way home for Jack and Lily to come back to Pictou County, Nova Scotia, and the world beyond. So this evening, we have the county
Your
warden,
phone, Kent.
Robert Parker, that will be coming up to speak. Then we will have half-sister, I believe is the correct terminology, Kelly Fernand. Forgive me if I don't pronounce your last name correctly. She will read a prayer. The grandmother, Belinda Gray, or she will read a poem. Belinda Gray will read a poem. Then the RCMP Staff Sergeant Mason will say a few words. And to wrap up this evening's event, we will play Russell McDonald's Where Are They song that was written for Jack and Lily. So our first speaker for the evening will be County Warden Robert Parker. He has a few words to say, and then he'll read our prayer for this evening. Stay right here in that spot there, next to someone.
Good evening, everybody.
I'm gonna
I'm
mute you,
honored to
Kent.
be here, and not for the reason we're here, but to pay honor to our two little ones that hopefully will be back with us soon. I do want to thank Kent Corbett behind me for all the good work he's done to keep this going. It's not easy over 6 months, although in some ways this isn't something any of us are going to forget for a long while, and we don't want to forget. We need to remember little Lily and little Jack, and do all that we can to help in any way. And I did more interviews with media on this subject than I've ever done in my 9 years as warden. And it's not what you want to be doing interviews on, but people really are really concerned about little Lily and little Jack right across this country. Not just here in Pictou County, not just here in Nova Scotia, but right across the country and even farther. There's nothing that hits the heart more than when our little ones go missing. And I've said many times to the media, it takes a village to raise a child. And it's our responsibility, everybody in Pictou County, it's our responsibility to look after all our children, including the little ones that are with us tonight. Our children are born in the families, and they have parents and grandparents and cousins and everything, but we need the whole community to keep our children safe. And I think there's a feeling with all of us right now that we didn't do our job. Something went wrong, and we do not want that to happen. That's not what we want to happen in our community, but it did happen. And we need to know, people need to know what went wrong. What did we do wrong, or what did anybody do wrong that caused this to happen? Was it just lost in the woods, or was there something more? Now, the majority of people that I meet on the street or anywhere around do not believe those children are in the woods. I'm being honest tonight. That's what I hear from 75% of the people I talk to. So if there is something else that's happened, then we're relying on the RCMP, and Staff Sergeant McKinnon's going to comment tonight. People are concerned that they're not hearing anything. Well, there's only so much to hear after a while. If they haven't found anything new, there's nothing to hear. But there is some feeling that, well, maybe they're holding back. Well, if that's the case, I'll ask Staff Sergeant McKinnon to address that tonight. I know in any investigation, you can't let everything out and still expect to find out what went wrong. But I'm just speaking as clearly as I can tonight that that's the feeling the majority of people I talk to is that something else happened to Lily and Jack. And hopefully I still believe in my heart that we're going to find them. That maybe somebody took them for whatever reason, and I doubt if that was a stranger, but, there's all kinds of things that could have happened, but unfortunately, because there's not enough news out there, or nothing new, people make up their own stories. You're forced to if you don't have any real facts to go by, and that hurts people. That hurts family. It hurts all kinds of people that are related to Lily and Jack, because fingers start pointing at people, and perhaps wrongfully, most likely wrongfully, but unfortunately that people get hurt when, I'm not a social media person, but people let me know what's being said, and it's hurtful. So I ask everybody to be mindful of that and try to stick to the facts and not to the stories. I have a poem that I was asked to read, so I'm going to read that at this point because God is the one that's going to help us out here eventually. I'm going to find some glasses that we're going to read. Prayer for Lily and Jack. Dear Lord, we ask of you to keep Lily and Jack safe and sound. Let no harm come before they're found. They're lost from their family for a reason. Return them home before the end of a season. Place your loving arms around Lily and Jack's shoulders to guide them back home, strong as soldiers. Amen.
Thank you, Robert. Next, I'd like to call upon the paternal grandmother.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there for a second. Okay, so I really personally like what's his name again? Kent, yo, buddy, pay attention.
I'm coming. I didn't know if you had me off of mute. Robert Parker, the county warden.
Shit,
it's
hold
like
on.
a mayor.
Okay, county. Okay, you just blew my eardrums out, though, man. Because it's hard to hear him, and so I had it up max, and then also
okay.
You spoke. You're good. You're good now. You only took out my freaking eardrums, but we're good. Okay. So what I did like about him, what I like about that dude is that he actually speaks from his heart. He
Yes.
literally
Yep.
just speaks off his tongue. And I like that type of honesty, right? Like, honestly, it was just an honest speech that he gave there. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. So I'd only heard the only part that I had heard, like when I caught him, was just kind of like him like going on about, pointing fingers and stuff. So I was like, oh, not that speech again. But honestly, hearing it all, no, I respect that dude because he's just off his tongue saying it from his heart. So I appreciate that honesty.
He was very direct.
Very direct, and I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. No bullshit. Yeah, you don't, that's one thing I like when I, like I said, come across like some of those judges and stuff like that on those shows. I just like the ones that are just no bullshit. Here it is. I'm just laying it out for you, and stuff like that. But anyways, so that's what I wanted to say about that. So you guys, welcome again. If you're joining the live right now, please hit that like and share for Jack and Lily. Kent is here with me. We're talking about, we're watching the Vigil and going through that again. Big round of kudos to everyone that has put this together. So much is going on, especially for the family members that have to deal with this. The ones that truly want answers for Jack and Lily. I speak to those people. Those ones that truly want answers for Jack and Lily. I'm so sorry that this nightmare is something you're going through. Again, Jack and Lily just aren't the children of, say, Daniel and Malaya and Sense and Cody, and Belinda and any other families. That's the community, and it's national. So we all have a lot of sadness, absolutely, with this case. Because I know for me personally, when it comes to these cases, like I said, I take it on as if it's my own child. That's how I think about it. I put myself in the shoes of the others, unless, of course, you're the person I don't want to put myself in the shoes of. But when it comes to the people that truly are missing and caring and worried and want to have answers for Jack and Lily, I'm so sorry that you wake up with this nightmare every single stinking day, 6 months later. So again, we'll keep being voices here for Jack and Lily on the channel. Thank you to, again, we're going to continue watching this, but thanks to everyone that's here, that has done something, made something, hit that like and the share for Jack and Lily. So thank you guys all so much, because that's what it's about. Okay, so let's see. So this is 21 minutes long.
Belinda
We're at
Wright,
the 21
read a
minute
poem
mark.
that she has
Put me
written.
back on mute.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank all of you guys for coming. I apologize now. I have
Belinda,
a cold.
she's sick.
This is my birthday promise to Jack. Every step is a prayer whispered to the wind, a hope that a search may help our hearts to mend. We hold steadfast the pictures of Lily and Jack, seeking answers to bringing them back. Our loves like ribbons spread throughout the woods of Lansdowne with searchers about. With every sunrise I renew my vow to find their sweet faces, not knowing how. No distance or time can sever this hold. The story of our love has yet to unfold. Our spirits are a compass with a needle set true. It points to our grandchildren, and if I may, it points to you. We will walk every trail, every creek and river, with this grandmother's love, and with all of you, our search for Jack and Lily will always push through, for a grandparent's promise is etched in the soul. And I'll search for our grandchildren, no matter the toll. Thank you.
Thanks, Belinda. Next, I'll call upon half-sister Haley Fernand to come up and read a poem.
Two stars that rose before the dawn, whose laughter still the breeze rests on. Two tiny footprints in the dew, forever soft, forever true. The sun still calls your name each day, the wind still haunts where you would play, in every ripple, leaf and song, your spirits dance, still bright, still strong. Though arms may ache and eyes still weep, love's promise is a vow we keep. For love can never fade or flee. You live in hearts and memory, Lily with courage, wild and free. Jack gentle as the sea, together bound beyond the sky. Two best friends lost and we don't know why. So we will walk and speak your names through joy and sorrow's tender flames, and every step and every tear will whisper softly, you are here.
Aww. So that's the auntie, of course, of Jack and Lily, Haley's stepsister. I've
Thanks,
spoken to
Haley.
her many times. She's just wants justice for Jack and
At
Lily.
this time, I'd like to call upon Staff Sergeant Kennan. I keep calling him Mason. He probably, when he gets my messages, he'll probably say, call me Mason again.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here. Our hearts continue to go out to Lily and Jack's family and their loved ones, as well to all the community. To the community members, including all of you, thank you for being here tonight. I know you care deeply about these children, and so do we. This case has truly affected many, as is demonstrated here this evening. I can assure you that we have not wavered in our commitment to determine what has happened to Lily and Jack. Our major crime investigators are working every day to determine the circumstances of their disappearance. The major crime team has engaged agencies and organizations from across all of Canada. We thank the public for all their tips and information that has been submitted, and encourage anyone with information to reach out to the RCMP. As a community member myself, thank you for all the love and support you've shown for Lily and Jack. To all of our officers that work to find the answers, and including myself and the Pictou County detachment members. As well, thanks to the ground search and rescue volunteers who are invaluable contributors to our communities. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to say thank you for everybody who contributed to what we're here doing tonight. And I'd just like to say that we will all continue to work to find the answers as hard as we can until we bring Jack and Lily home and find out what happened. At this time, to conclude the event, we're going to play the Where Are They song that was written by Russell McDonald. If you need a hug, turn to your neighbor, give them a hug, shake their hand, and let's all stay together until we find Jack and Lily and bring them back to Pictou County.
In the woods where shadows lay, Jack and Lily went to play. On a rainy May afternoon, now we whisper hope soft too. Echoes of laughter fill the air, but where are they? We stand in prayer. Oh, Jack and Lily, where have you gone? We'll hold on tight through this endless storm. In our hearts forever. Roots gathered hot, so strong, searching deep where they belong. Through the trees and storms they roam, wishing every child came home. 13 but fears they won't give in. For every soul we search within. Oh, Jack and Lily, where have you gone? We'll hold on tight through this endless storm. In our hearts forever you'll stay, with every prayer we send away. We'll keep the hope alive today. In the silence, love will lead the way.
So, in conclusion, I'd like to say that we have awareness materials with us here tonight, bracelets, key fobs with the QR code on them. We have the new decals, if anybody's seen the decals that are on Facebook on my page and the groups. They have the QR code that will link you to the Crime Stoppers missing person information post. As well, if anybody would like to write a message on a card for family members, that's over here to the side too. We have plenty of coffee and hot chocolate and Timbits. So just take a minute, be with friends and family as we depart tonight, and let's stay as one team and find the answers for Jack and Lily.
Okay, well, take that down. So, let me unmute Kent now. Kent, just before I get back to you, again, I'm just going to quickly play my video for Jack for his birthday. So I'm just going to quickly do that, and then we'll get back into this for a second. Video file. Thank you again to everyone. Kent, like I said, I'll come back with just 1 second. Come on now. Wait, 1 sec. 1 sec. Don't talk. Yeah, too loud. 1 second. I gotta here. 1 second. Okay, so obviously, whoops, why do we seem like we're so far? There we go. So again, so Kent, obviously it was very emotional. You just can't help it, like I was trying not to tear up, but this has been a very, oops, 1 second, hon. 1 second, Kent. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it was a very emotional night at times, which we knew it would be. And we wanted it to be a spot where everyone could come together and realize that,
It's for Jack and Lily.
yeah, it's for Jack and Lily. And the quicker that the old saying goes, the more people pulling on the rope in the same direction, the faster you'll get where you want to go.
Absolutely.
Like I say, it fills your heart to not know. That's the hardest part of anything. Like when you're dealing with situations like this, is the not knowing.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
you could tell the emotion in everyone that was there. I think you could feel it. Like,
yeah.
so.
Well, I was going to say, heart goes out to the family members that truly care about Jack and Lily and want answers. So to everyone, family members, friends, people that are acquaintances of the family, whatever, whoever turned up, again, thank you for, of course, bringing awareness and attention and the love for Jack and Lily. They deserve answers. Like I'm so sick of this BS with the case, but this night was a night to focus on Jack and Lily. Hopefully people can stop with their stupid attacks all the time and focus on Jack and Lily, and do what it's really like. Why are you here? If you're not here to talk about Jack and Lily, right, and you just want to keep bashing and stuff, like, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about as in the case itself. I'm talking about like creators or people in chat and stuff like that all the time. Again, this channel is about respect, and you talk with respect, act with respect, can have your opinions and stuff like that. But, at the end of the day, it's Jack and Lily, Jack and Lily, Jack and Lily. Those are the children who need the answers. I'm not the one going to bed with 2 children missing, but I am the one going to bed, that every moment of every day, like most of you guys, you're just thinking about Jack and Lily, answers, questions. When something going to happen? When are they going to be found? What happened? Like all that stuff. So again, the nightmare that the family members are going through each and every day that they wake up, just a horrific. To me, this is the most horrific feeling that anyone can feel. Right? Out of all cases, not knowing is the worst. Is the absolute worst. But so like it's like a twofold. So Jack's birthday, right? Like what would Lily and Jack have been for Halloween this year? Won't know that. What you watching? What are you watching? I hear you watching something.
Me? Oh, I got the ball game on the back through. I'll turn it down.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. On there, I just could all of a sudden hear it. Excuse my language.
You went all quiet, so.
Yeah, no problem. Did you guys know that Ashley Banfield actually on her own channel? So Ashley Banfield, right? She's with was it? Shoot, I should know this. Who's Ashley Banfield with typically? It's not CNN. Is it
One of the
CNN?
news. No.
No, I should know that.
It's a news channel, but
Yeah, but yeah. So, but anyways, I mean, I was listening to a portion of it today when I was on my lunch. But sadly, it really sucks when they get the facts wrong and they missay stuff that's not accurate. That part sucks. But that's what happens when you try to get into a case that's 6 months old and you're just trying to, whatever. But regardless, the awareness is there. Ashley Banfield, I love her. I love the way she talks. She's just very emotional when she's talking. She uses her hands, and she's just kind of one of those blunt ones as well. So I really do like Ashley Banfield, but she does have her own channel as well. Let me just see if I can stop screen and then share screen. Which one's? Where are you, Ashley? Oh, there she is. Okay. So if you guys haven't seen this, again, I'll share the link. You guys can go watch that. It's about 29 minutes long. but if you put it up, if you amp it up to like, 1.25 or something like that, drop dead serious. Yeah. Yeah. What's funny? Okay. Being in true crime, um, pretty much if you're a creator, you know this, and maybe people that aren't, but so what's been happening over the last few years, especially, is news has changed an awful lot. And now you see a lot of YouTubers that are joining up on these big channels, right? Like Court TV, CNN, right? All these different channels. So it's really nice to see that, like the YouTube community of true crime is a force to be reckoned with. The news is changing and evolving, and I think it's important that not only does the news have their thing, but what, of course, true crime community can do, whether you like it or not. They have hundreds of thousands of people that are digging and diving into everything. They'll know what underwear basically you're wearing by the end of it. But we can report differently, right? We don't have these, say, rules to follow that they do, where they have to get a verification and stuff like that. But I think that, as the years keep going on, the RCMP are going to utilize the true crime in a way that they haven't before. But you're starting to see all this, okay? So when people always want to take down the true crime community, again, it's only a force to be reckoned with, and it's only going to get stronger. But again, with AI being here as well, you have to obviously be very wise to what's true and what's not true, because AI can manipulate, take your voice, take your face, and literally put you out there as if it's you, but yet it's not, and stuff like that. That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. There's going to be when cell phones came out, I remember the first thing I thought when cell phones came out, I thought it was the most ridiculous thing that somebody could be on their phone and drive. I was like, you're kidding. Like, there's literally no rule. It took about 10 years, Kent, when cell phones were first coming out, before they actually put in a law about talking on. I'm like, really? Took you guys, like, that wasn't, it was 2 + 2, right? Because you're always supposed to have your hands on the wheel like 10 and 2, right? So how are you supposed to do that when you're sitting there like that? So I couldn't believe how long it took, for that stuff to happen. But anyways, like I said, times are changing, things are different. They're going to utilize and stuff like that. So again, I just like the fact that when you're talking about cases, that we can spread information just like that. Just like that. We can do that as people, around the globe. That's how fast we can do it. The news never used to be able to do stuff like that, in a sense, right? Not to the extent, and keep cases ongoing and stuff like that. For the most part, if it wasn't for the true crime community keeping stories alive like this, you would, just hear about it on the news or in a newspaper. And then, you kind of, gets put to the wayside and stuff like that. So I like the ability of the true crime that way, that we can focus all on lots of different cases that are going on. A lot of people cover cold cases that are unsolved and stuff like that, So yeah. So anything else you need to say there, Kent? Oh,
I have my words to say about some stuff that happened today, but I'll be a better person and I won't say it tonight. But I was disgusted this afternoon in a couple creators, and that's where I will leave it for tonight.
Yeah. Why is it not showing? Stop screen. I don't understand why this. Oh wait. You know what? It's because I need to remove it. Duh, Sonny. 2 + 2, Sonny. Okay. So, again, Angela Banfield, and she has her own Drop Dead Serious. Oh, but my point is that a lot of these entities that are on the big news stations, a lot of them, like what's his name? Court TV. Come on. I know who he is. Why am I having a brain fart? Either way, bottom line is a lot of them are starting to have their own channels as well. You know?
JLR?
Hey?
Was it JLR you're thinking of?
No, JLR is a YouTuber, man.
I thought he came from the news or something.
Absolutely not. You don't know. You know what? If you got Vinny Politan, yeah, no JLR. That's a whole different ball of wax. JLR. Okay, he's JLR. Actually, I won't bring it up. You guys can Google him. But you know what? I'm glad that JLR has found his niche or whatever you want to call it in true crime. So, you know, I'm just going to say it. So JLR, 10 years in prison plus. Okay. Conning people, whatever. Okay. What pissed me off is I really can't stand people that are fakes. Like, meaning if you're going to grow as a channel, just be honest with people, right? So I kind of called him out. So did some other channels, because I can smell a bullshitter a mile away, and all it took was one Google, and you guys have no idea what JLR has done. It's to the point of ridiculous comical, because oh my God, he's pretended to be, what is it, the nephew of the Sandy Hook killer. He literally stood beside what their freaking name is, Clinton's, pretending he was Jewish. Like, you have no idea. Like, this JLR is the epitome of, oh my God. Like, seriously, he sued over 1,000 different things for the Guinness Book of World Records. And then he turned around and sued the Guinness Book of World. Like, while he was sitting in prison, this man was sitting there drafting up lawsuit after lawsuit on celebrities and stuff. You guys have no idea. Okay. But
yeah, I knew he's a shady character.
Well, you know what? He has a past. But my thing is this. Are you changing your life around? Are you, instead of being a con person trying to take advantage of other people, have you learned your lesson? Are you making yourself a better person in this world? Right. And that's the thing with JLR. At first, I was just like, dude, like, if people only knew about you, dude. But seriously, it's amazing what people will donate to be honest with you. But then at the end of the day, there was a guy that my husband used to watch as well, and I used to watch him too. He got out of prison, kind of did his time, and then he created a YouTube channel. And that YouTube channel, in a very short period of time, as he's talking about all his jewelry heists and different things that go on prison, gained, I'm not even sure where he's at now. Last I know, he was over 1 million subscribers, this dude. That was literally in prison that came out to tell his stories. So instead, so that's the thing about JLR. He found his niche here, however you pronounce that word, in the true crime world. He gets paid honestly by YouTube and by people's donations, right? So it's better than freaking conning people and ripping people off and stuff like that, right? So now I think he's found his element and stuff like that. So, again, it's one of those things. If you're trying to improve your life, then all the power to you. Become a better person, do better things and stuff like that. But then, so those ones I appreciate. So I actually, in a sense, got a soft spot a little bit for JLR, just because it's ridiculous. Actually, he's one of the most ridiculous people I've ever come across, and yet I would find myself laughing at just how absurd this all was, and he would always be eating while he's doing lives, like, all those cheesy things. He'd stand beside like a railroad track, and he would be like, let's get this case right back on the rails, and stuff, always, come in, everyone, and he talks in third person a lot. Anyways, whatever, to JLR. Again, kudos for trying to make your life better and doing something to earn an honest living out of it. So, now we'll get off that topic. Now, are you going to get going here? I'm not even sure what I'm going to do right now. Probably going to lay some nails into Daniel Martell, probably a little bit,
I'm still good for a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So I only caught a little bit of it. I'm not sure if you know, right? But did you listen to a little bit of DT about how they were brought into interrogation for a couple of hours again?
No, I missed that. I didn't. I do know that Daniel spoke to all the media tonight after the vigil.
Oh, did he?
Yep, they cornered him before he got away. Um, I
Okay.
think they talked to Belinda. I'm not positive, and I know they were wanting to talk to Haley, but Haley was pretty emotional,
Yeah. 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 I know.
understandably so. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? It is a lot. I mean, these are constant reminders, especially on events and stuff like this, because again, right? It's the reality of it. These are not our children, like biologically or anything like that. We don't know the families personally. And so, you know, again, I mean, uh, today I know she told me it was going to be a hard day, and she had showed me the shirts that they had purchased for the family members that were going to be there, and stuff like that. And I get it. I know that there's family members and good friends and stuff like that are fighting for truth of Jack and Lily, right? Like whatever is the answer, they want answers for Jack and Lily. Why? Because these children are children that should still be here, that should still be around. So what happened to Jack and Lily? And I'm not one of those ones that like to mince words myself, but again, to the family members and people that truly care about Jack and Lily and the answers for them, just a horrific thing. And then this is kind of like having it back in your face. And then on 6 months, it's going to come up and it's the same thing. And yet no answers for Jack and Lily. And that's what we're here to fight for. We're not going to shut up. We're going to keep talking about Jack and Lily. We're going to keep fighting for answers. We're going to keep calling out bullshit as we see it and stuff like that. And yeah, they deserve answers. Simple as that. Mhm. All right. Just one.
American justice. Don't
Right.
take that the wrong way. I don't want to say that he was trying to run from them or what. I'm just saying that they all got, like, all three mainstream media and of the TV and Lindsay from the Globe and Mail, like they
Mhm.
all huddled together. It
Right.
wasn't as if they had to like block them from going anywhere. That Daniel, I think, was more than prepared to answer questions and whatnot. Don't take when my statement and saying by cornered. It's just the way that I talk. That yes, the media got him before to get comments before he left.
You know, Daniel, 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 Daniel. Oh, Daniel. Hey, which reminds me, Brad was kind enough to send me a picture this morning. I'll just show that. Yeah, so I mean, I knew that the news was going to be there and stuff like that. Um, you know, uh, again, when there's family there, you want to see if they want to talk, right? Be voices for Jack and Lily, right? So again, thanks everyone. Thanks all the family members that speak out. Thanks all the people even behind the scenes that are speaking out. Thank you for doing it for Jack and Lily because that's the reason why we are here. Sonny, I was just over at DT show and he got new information regarding Daniel. Apparently Thursday and Friday this week they are the RCMP requested Daniel over again. Well, yeah, so I did hear that part and then I had to come do my own live. So I will listen to that later. But bottom line is, I'm still gonna call a bunch of bullshit on that. Again, when there's inconsistencies that bad. Oh, wait, I gotta show my picture first. Hold on. Let me shut up for a second. All right. So you guys know that we've been talking about like the vehicle and like that stuff lately as well, right? And hold on, I gotta find my picture. Doing it the wrong way.
If it's the one that I think you're going to show, I might have some information on that, but I'll wait and see what you bring up first.
No, it's not going to be one that you would have seen. Yeah. But you tell me which one you got.
No, I want to see what you're bringing up before I.
No. Yeah, this is different. Okay, no, this is a picture that. Wait, why? Oh, what the heck? Oh, I gotta. I brought it up a different way. My bad. My bad. Okay, so I'm bringing up this one. So,
Oh yeah. No,
okay.
that's not what I was talking about.
No. So basically, that light again, right, from Brad's house, like he was trying to tell you. So that was this morning when his, Janie's vehicle was getting towed away. The big tow truck was out there. I think it was, I don't know, can't remember, somewhere around 8 or I can't remember. Anyways, so I just asked if I could show the picture. So again, just another visual that, see, if you look at the trees and stuff like that, they're all brown and whatever. So he has that line of sight right from his backyard there to where Daniel lives. And again, this is just another thing to say that, yes, okay, he could see a light, headlights off the trees and on through the camera or whatever. Just what he saw that night. So, right.
But I don't. It's not that I don't believe the neighbors. I don't believe the neighbors are involved in the case.
Yeah, like I don't believe that the neighbors are involved, like with the disappearance of Jack and Lily.
Yes, and as being perpetrators.
No, absolutely not. No. Yeah. Well, at least you got your smarts on for that, right? Because again, it doesn't make sense, right? And it's nice that again, it's very nice that Brad has spoken to me. It's very nice that Justin as well has confirmed where he was staying at the KOA, and a couple other things that I'll probably talk about those maybe on another night. But anyway, what picture are you talking about? So thanks, Brad.
There was a picture that's out there. I think I seen it originally on Clutch Them Pearls.
Okay.
And it's of the advertising that Durwood had up, or Darren, whatever you want to call him.
Oh yeah.
And somebody had made a comment. Oh yeah, there you go. Darren selling the vehicle that he.
Let's clear that up. Yeah.
Right. And that is not Darren's vehicle. That's Portage. Yes. He posted it on Facebook Marketplace for sale.
Mm-hmm.
But that was for the buddy that he was staying with in Spring Hill.
Right.
It was his girlfriend's car. And the motor went out of it in Halifax. And I know a replacement engine for them is around, if you can find a good one, because those Kia Sportages and Hyundais have an engine problem in those years. So a used engine can be $4,000 or $5,000, and usually the vehicle isn't worth putting an engine in, because you're into $5,000 or $6,000 by the time you pay a shop.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you can't find something that's real low mileage, it's not worth putting an engine in it. So it's better off to sell it for scrap. But a lot of people are thinking that was Darren's vehicle.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just crap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Durwood. Oh, Durwood. I saw those nasty things you post on me. I don't care, dude. You know what? You brought people out talking because of all your bullshit. So I can't really fault you for that. But to me, you're like way off track with your thinking there. But whatever. Hey, you have a right to be loony toony. That's fine. But yeah, so want to clear that up, okay? Because a lot of people are like, go listen to the Scanner Radio. It tells you about the Kia Sportage. It tells you that a bald man was driving that vehicle. I it might even have said the name actually of the man. But again, go do your homework, people, right? Before you put out bullshit and stuff like that. But anyways, so because I asked Brad about, okay, so first of all, someone had messaged me asking me if the Kia Rio, why do I want to call it Kia Rio was, now I'd already asked Brad about this about a week ago. I said, was it a sedan or a hatchback? Because I accidentally showed both hatchback and a sedan. And that's why, that's why I had to kind of clear that up again, because someone said that he had said that it was a hatchback in Daphne's live, but the picture that it said, it's just all he said was that it was a 2006 Kia Rio. He didn't say anything about a hatchback or a sedan. Although when I asked him, he said it was a sedan. Okay. Again, it just really goes back to this. My whole point was, all I wanted to know from when we learned about this vehicle out of the Globe and Mail, like, it was always a piece in my head trying to understand about the puzzle pieces of this case. And the more you get the little truthful facts or facts that you are somewhat might apply to the case through the various people that are trying to help and speak up for Jack and Lily, the sooner they'll get to the truth. So it doesn't shock me that that Daniel, and probably I'm sure Malaya too, were called in to be, it's called interrogation. Okay. Daniel, it's called an interrogation, not that they're your best friends and they're just going, come in here, buddy. Let's just talk about a few things. Like I heard on DT, it was a recorded conversation. It was 2 hours long. If they're asking you about a blanket and your time frame and all that shit, dude, why? It's because you're not cleared. Okay. You are not cleared, right? You are being followed. They are watching everything that you guys are doing, right? In hopes that something will lead them to answers for Lily and Jack.
I don't know if he's being followed.
Oh,
if he was being followed, I don't think he would have had to call 911 the other day.
well, I guess do I think that they're on them 24/7? Who
Yeah.
knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Right.
I get what you're saying. You know, I call, and I'm sorry, and like I said, I'm not going to apologize for this. I think that when you want to put out BS to the public and you want to be inconsistent, and Jack and Lily are nowhere to be seen, heard, or found, I call karma is a bitch, right? I feel like I'm a little sorry, and I don't care. I feel satisfied knowing that this bullshit that's going on with the case. I'm glad Daniel's okay, but I hope that gave him an awakening of something, or that something knocked up here, and maybe a little truth serum would come out of him. So I'm glad he's okay. But I'm still going to say karma's a bitch. When you play with fire and you get burned or something happens to you, ask yourself what you're putting out to the universe for that universe to come bite you back in your ass. Okay. That's how I see this, because I am tired of the BS with this case. Jack and Lily are first and forefront. They are children. They don't deserve this joke of a case that's going on right now. They deserve truthfulness, and they deserve the answers that they deserve. So, like I said, I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, poor Janie's vehicle. Oh, poor Daniel. No. I'm glad he's okay. I would never wish anyone any serious injuries or death and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm not sitting here feeling all this sorrow. Why? Because I'm too angry about what's happening with this case of Jack and Lily. And it's because of whatever. Sorry, but guys, but it's because of Malaya and Daniel and the people that are on that property that just don't seem to want to be truthful and forthright with information. And I'm not going to stop being an advocate for Jack and Lily, because that's what matters to me most. It's not about, oh, do I hate Malaya today? Do I hate Daniel today? No. It's about bullshit, and it's about children. And as a mother, right? Weird, strange. What's normal about this case? Tell me what's normal about this case, Kent, because it's not. It's not normal.
No, but like I don't know, and I'm not saying, I don't want people to misconstrue what I'm saying when I say this.
Okay.
But, okay, everybody has been hollering
Yeah.
that it's time to bring them back in for questioning.
Yeah.
So now that that's happening,
Yeah.
why should anybody be surprised that they are taking them back in for questioning?
Why are there people that are surprised?
Well, like it just seems like people are saying like, "Oh, great, they're going back in for another round of questioning." Well,
Mhm.
isn't that what we sort of expected, and maybe
Yeah.
sooner than now?
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I'm not
Absolutely.
saying people surprised as in like an event or anything, but I'm just saying like the reaction that people are talking about
Hmm.
them getting asked to go back in for a questioning, interrogation, whatever it is you want to call it. I think that's the investigation.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, right? If obviously there would be arrests or something that would have happened by now. It clearly shows that either they lack evidence or lack information about Jack and Lily.
They
So what
lack
do you
proof.
They lack proof. So what are they going to do? Of course they're going to bring them in. I'm happy to hear that because we've been wanting that for like, you know what I mean? Bottom line is you go back to the drawing board and you start questioning everything all over again. And the thing is, there's been a lot of noise and a lot of information set in. Now I'm going to agree on this with some, I'll just say a person, you know, it took them, okay, the search and rescue was right in front of Brad's home, pretty much, right? The whole search and rescue thing going on, right? What took them so long to literally go ask if you'd seen anything? Just like Justin said, right? Why is it took them so long to come? Like Justin, literally the first day on the scanner radio, called in to say, hey, you know what? If you need information on vehicles on the road and stuff like that on 289, to give him a call, basically, right? Why did it take them so long, like till the 21st, whatever, to get back to him? Really?
Sonny, you
What?
called in stuff. I called in stuff.
I never got nothing back.
Neither did I. That
Yeah.
means that more than likely, because, and I can only speak in my case,
Yeah.
in my case,
Yeah.
is I sort of told them what I wanted to say,
Hmm.
and I think that they already had that from several other people, so therefore they didn't have to call me back because they had already been told by the same thing
Yeah.
by, as we know, several people from the internet, psychics, chat members, whatever. When they think that they've heard something that is pertinent to the case, they pass it along one way or the other. Right?
Yeah.
No, we don't need bodies, people, but yes, they would need strong evidence without bodies to prove one way or the other. But they can lay charges, and I think they can lay charges in this case without having bodies. They might not be able to lay the high charges, but I think everybody sees the neglect
Yeah.
and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and just like innocent people, and this is just my own theory, so don't go and ask me who said it or whatever. It's coming from my head. I think innocent people,
Yeah.
if they are charged with a crime, they picture themselves within that crime and they say, wait a minute, what am I like? They have a second thought of what they're doing and or saying.
Hmm.
And then If they are a good person, then it seems like that they say, okay, I'd like to say this because I know this much more. And that's the problem here is
Oh, my husband's here. Go ahead.
we all believe that at least two people know more knowledge than what we think they told the RCMP. We can't say that they know more knowledge than what they did tell the RCMP, but we can say that we think that there's two people that have more knowledge than what they told the RCMP. And that's where I see we're at. Yes, root strength, that's the one that I was referring to. And those were top charges, but they knew that that was a homicide. But they did not know that it was a homicide by three people. They thought it was just one and the other two were accessories. And they ended up upgrading the charge on the second one. And then once they found the body, they ended up having the top charge on all three of them. So.
Okay. 1 second. Sorry, guys. My husband just brought me my dinner.
Dinner? It's like 5 to 12.
It's at 8 o'clock. He made me hot dogs. I call him, he hates it when I call them wieners. One's actually one of his things, but he hates it when I call him wieners. Okay.
Is it cold?
No, it just got here. But it's
No, you never clued into what I was saying.
You said, is it cold?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, eh? Are you going south?
No.
Are you sure? Because I went south when you said that all of a sudden.
But if a wiener is or a hot dog is cold, and I mean like not cooked or nothing, then it's a wiener. It becomes the hot dog once it's been cooked.
Don't play word salad with me, dude. Yeah, no, but because, like, honestly, like, because my husband's British, if you guys didn't know. Okay, so he's a posh bitch, is what he is when it comes to food, but he hates it when I say wieners. But I'm sorry, growing up, it was Kraft dinner, macaroni, or KD, and wieners and beans all the time, eh? That's what
Beans and wieners, yep.
Yep. And I still love it to this day, just like I love P&J sandwiches, stuff like that. But anyways, I got a good bitch. I mean, I got a good husband. He knows. Yeah. So anyway, just let me bring up something quickly, if you don't mind, because there's an article out. So just give me a sec.
CBC has a news story out too, but it's not. I would imagine there'll be a lot more, but Allie was the first one out. I seen it on Justin's. He had a he had a 3 or 5 minute video out.
Oh, okay.
On the Vigil.
Yeah.
As well as a shorter one. Because all the news channels played a clip on their 6 o'clock news tonight.
Yeah. I
telling
figured
about the Vigil.
Yeah.
And then, but like I say, Allie was the first one out with the story afterward, but it was none of the interviews with myself or Parker or Daniel. Like none of that stuff was in it. It was just basically her talking to the anchor desk.
Well, I seen the first thing that came out this afternoon when they were just talking about the Vigil. So I saw Allie, again, talking about the Vigil was going to be tonight and stuff like that. So I did catch that. Again, it's one of those.
She has another 5-minute report out that would have come out about 9 o'clock. I seen it on Just Clutch and Pearls.
One of these days, I'll grow this channel enough that I could literally do this full time at some point. That would be my goal, because I have to be always passionate, right, about what I do. So my things are, and suck it if someone wants to diss me on this, because I've spent 40 years in hospitality and customer service. Why? Because I truly care about people. So that's what I still do, and that's why stuff like this, it's like, I have to enjoy what I'm doing. I can't do anything just to do it. I couldn't do anything for the sake of money. If it's not bringing me happiness of what I'm doing, I can't be happy. So I have to either be dealing with things to do with people, and my crafts, my paintings or videos and different things, right? I have to, those things are what fulfill my heart the most in life. So, yeah, but maybe one day I'll be like, guess what, husband? I can support you too, maybe. Anyways, that's a long way down the road. Anyways, for now, I have to work, and unfortunately, my work is what pays my bills and stuff like that. So, is what it is. I sometimes, like I said, I can't, as much as I want to sit here and do those lives because I've already gotten the information and stuff. It's like coming in last, but whatever. It's about the coverage of the case, and stuff like that. And I can only do things as I can do things. But right now, we're just going to go through this article by Globe and Mail. And so, of course, that's Lindsay Jones. So we'll make this bigger on the screen, and we will.
I'm going to pop down, Sunday. It's getting to be my bedtime, so.
Yeah, I know it's really late for you. So, okay, Kent, you pop you
Talk
down.
to you later, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks again. Thanks again for everything tonight. Take care, Kent, buddy. All right. So this is the article. I just gotta hold on. Here we go. Okay. So again, Lindsay Jones, and you guys remember this picture with Belinda holding the picture of Jack and Lily. So it said community members and relatives of two children who disappeared from the Nova Scotia home nearly 6 months ago gathered around or outside of a local RCMP station Wednesday evening to pay tribute to Jack and Lily Sullivan and to mark what would be the little boy's 5th birthday. So happy birthday, Jackie boy, 5 years. A single blue balloon floated on a string above the makeshift monument of teddy bears, dinky cars, and a pair of girls' pink dancing shoes outside the Sellerton RCMP station as people signed a giant birthday card for Jack, read poems, and spoke out about the notorious case of the missing kids that has garnered national and international attention. Jack and Lily's mother and stepfather reported the kids missing from their home in the backwoods hamlet of Lansdowne at around 10 a.m. on May 2nd. At the time, both Malaya Brooks Murray and Daniel Martell have said that they believe the children put on their boots, opened up that sliding back door, and left the fenced yard back while the adults were dozing off in bed with their toddler. Major crime investigators led an extensive search for the children, aided by helicopters, drones, volunteers, and all that stuff. I don't want to repeat so much of the same stuff. The warden of the municipality of Pictou County, Robert Pucker, addressed a somber crowd of a few dozen Wednesday night, saying that the vast majority of the people in the community do not believe that the children wandered off in the woods. We need the whole community to keep our children safe and think that there's a feeling with all of us right now that we didn't do our job, he said. Something went wrong, and the people need to know what went wrong. We absolutely do. The children's paternal grandmother, Belinda Gray, and their maternal aunt, Haley Ferdinand, both read poems for Jack and Lily. Wearing a shirt with the children's smiling faces screen printed on it, Miss Ferdinand said that she was at the vigil to keep her niece and nephew's faces out there. All the days are the same. And she said in an interview, you wake up, you go to sleep with the same thing on your mind. You just want answers, and we have nothing. 6 months after the children's disappearance, RCMP Northeast Nova Major Crime Unit insists that the missing persons case hasn't gone cold. RCMP spokesperson Allison Gerard said investigators have been and continue to be in a deep grind on this ongoing investigation. A significant amount of work remains underway, she said in the statement. We continue to follow up on all tips, leads, evidence, and urge anyone with information that could assist investigators to contact us. Now, that's very important, that statement right there. A significant amount of work remains underway, she said in a statement. We continue to follow up on all tips and evidence and urge anyone with information that could assist investigators to contact us. So if you know something, say something. Be a voice for children. Don't be about yourself, right? About poor you and poor this. Think about it as if these were your children and what would you want to happen. So if you have any information, come up, fess up, say what you know, and hopefully we can get answers for Jack and Lily. So at Wednesday's Vigil, Pictou County District, RCMP Staff Sergeant Curtis McKinnon told the crowd police have not wavered in their commitment to find out what happened to Lily and Jack. This case has truly affected many and is demonstrated here this evening, he said. The children's stepfather, Mr. Martell, who is now separated from their mother, stood under a bouquet of birthday balloons, blue birthday balloons, and wiped his eyes as a song written for the missing children was played over the speaker. Okay. Lily was a big part of Jack's birthdays, just like Jack was a part of Lily's birthdays, he said. That's the biggest thing. Sorry, my phone's going off, guys. That's the biggest thing. Where did I leave off, actually? I'll always miss is that there was always laughter in the air. And they were always excited for everything. I recall him saying that there was no magic in the air. But now he's saying that there was always laughter in the air. Mr. Martell admitted that he's not the best voice to be speaking for Lily and Jack with all the accusations and allegations that are out there about him, but he said he wants to continue to raise awareness. He said he doesn't believe that the children wandered away from their home anymore. Yep. He also walked back previous statements that Mrs. Brooks Murray was involved in the abduction of her own children, saying he no longer believes that to be accurate. Oh, fuck me. Okay. I don't lie, Mr. Martell said. Everything I bring forward is in good faith for the children. It's almost like reading bullshit as you're just listening to this crap. I'm so sorry, but I'll read it just because, it's a good article. And bottom line is we don't have any answers, but any of us that's been following the case, we all know what he's been doing online, and he sure isn't representing truth. The children's last verified appearance outside the home was the afternoon of May 1st at the Dollarama in the nearby town of New Glasgow with their mother and stepfather. The three adults on the property at the time, Malaya, Daniel, Janie, have told police that they heard the children playing the morning of May 2nd to their reported disappearance. Bullshit. Okay, both parents have also told police that they did not leave the home that night. Bullshit. Court documents describe two neighbors who reported the police hearing a vehicle in the early hours of May 2nd driving in the vicinity of a home. Accurate. Police say after reviewing surveillance footage, they found no evidence of a vehicle activity at the time. Both neighbors told the Globe and Mail they stand by what they heard. Absolutely. I believe them. Absolutely, I do. I just know that there's no cameras that would have been in that working vicinity. Justin Smith said he was staying at the nearby Lansdowne Outdoor Recreational Park, about a kilometer from the children's home, when he heard a suspicious vehicle traveling Highway 289 and the surrounding dirt roads around 1:30 a.m. This is the absolute truth, he said. Brad Wong reported to police he saw vehicle lights over the treetops, which he has shown you a few times now, from his home, and described a loud vehicle coming and going from the area of the trailer 3 or 4 times in the early hours of the morning on May 2nd. Just to clear that up, I asked Brad, did you tell the police that you believed it was Daniel's vehicle? He said that he did. So remember how in the statements or whatever, but even though he didn't give a statement, he just talked to the police. But I asked him specifically about that, and he said that he did tell them that it was Daniel's vehicle. But we only saw the fact that it was said that it was Justin's, okay? And that just could be because, I don't know, one was a statement, the other one was just talking. Maybe just didn't enter into that part of it. Either way, maybe, who knows? Bottom line is, again, it's up to you to decide what you ever want to believe out of this. All we know is that altogether we still want answers for Jack and Lily, and however that comes or whoever's responsible. Again, we'll see what happens. We'll play it out. We won't stop. Brad Wong reported to police that he saw the vehicle lights over the treetops of his home. We said that already. May 2nd, I definitely stand by what I heard and saw. Mr. Wong told the Globe on Wednesday, because it was 2 children, it was the right thing to do to report it. And absolutely, that's what he keeps saying. He said it in the live as well, right? It was about doing the right thing. He has children himself, him and his wife. And so obviously it becomes, right? Like, you would have so much guilt if you knew something and you didn't report it, right? Because the right thing to do would have been to report it. So again, thank you to everyone that is again, coming forward, speaking out, being a voice, and that for Jack and Lily. So much appreciate that. Mrs. Brooks Murray was not present at the vigil. Mrs. Ferdinand said she was holding a private gathering for Jack's birthday and spending time with her toddler. And what's this? Oh, the decibel. Is this the one from that we've already, I think this is the one that we've already listened to, eh? The decibel one. So if you guys don't know, I'll drop the link down in the chat, of course, for the Globe and Mail. So shout out to, again, Lindsay, Allie, and all those newscasters that are vigilantly covering this case. Okay. I'm back. Oh, hey, Zach. Zach. See, we're going to see each other on Friday, aren't we, Zach? Actually, now that you're here, okay, let me just quickly go to this. Let's see here. Okay, so you guys, Friday, of course, is Halloween. Actually, do I still have my border for Halloween? Let me take a look. Let me see. 1 second. The struggle. Oh, there we go. We're getting ready for Halloween, aren't we, Zach? Right? And I'm gonna choose a filter that I'm gonna do. Anyways, so we're golden. We got it going on. And I'm gonna tell Zach, to Zach, because I was gonna text this to you, or not text you, message you on Messenger. Don't forget to stream it to your channel as well, Zach. Okay, so when we do go live, you'll want to stream it to your channel. So just quickly here. Again, thanks, Lindsay, for the Globe and Mail, for that article right there. You guys, I do have a hard time reading something, especially when it pisses me off. And I'm at the case of, holy fucking shit, I'm pissed off with Jack and Lily's case. These are beautiful children. And I just feel so badly for the people that want answers, that deserve answers. It makes me angry. Because what they must be feeling every single day is just not right. It's not right. To watch what's going on in this case, it's not right. So I'm going to keep being a voice for Jack and Lily. Simple as that. They deserve it. The family members that truly care about Jack and Lily that are missing deserve it. Okay. Share screen. All right. So over here, you got True Crime Story Pod with Bree and Shar. That, of course, is Charmaine, one of my best friends ever. We've never actually met in person, but me and her are like sisters. We're like Powerpuff Chicks on that. Me and Charmaine get along very well. We're both very, very compassionate, and we both have a bunch of attitude when we just want the truth to come out. We're no bullshit type of people. I appreciate that in people as well. But anyway, so that one, of course, is happy birthday, Jack, for Charmaine's channel. I always tongue twist over her name. True Crime Story Pod with Bree and Shar. And then, of course, we have Zach Jackson, okay? So, again, he did a video, you guys, a few hours back. So if you guys haven't seen that, check out Zach's channel there. Let me just actually go to it. Right here. Hold on. Copy. Okay. So if you're not subscribed to Zach, please go and subscribe to Jack. He covers the Jack and Lily case. He's again, he's going to be on here Friday night with me on Halloween. We're going to just YOLO talk about whatever we want to talk about, to be honest with you, within regards to Jack and Lily's case, bounce things off each other, thoughts and, different things. So remote viewing. We'll get him to explain for people that don't know what a remote viewer is. Zach will be happy to explain that. And yeah, so I'm so looking forward to that live, eh? Yeah. No, you're the bestest. You're the bestest. Yeah, no. So again, Nova, Daphne, Clutch Them Pearls. Again, there's a lot of people that have been doing like that. Were either at the vigil, covering the vigil and stuff like that. Again, we want answers for Jack and Lily. Simple as that. No one is cleared. Okay. No one is cleared. Please understand that. Okay. No one is cleared. Okay. This is a good thing. We wanted to know that they were called back in, right? Daniel can brush it off all he wants, but dude, I'm telling you right now, you are not cleared. You should have eyes in the back of your head, freaking on your toes. freaking for your boobies on your chest there. Okay. You need to have eyes everywhere because trust me, you are being watched regardless. Okay. Because you are under suspicion regardless because the 2 children disappeared on your watch on that property, yours and Malaya's. Okay. That's the bottom line of it. Because of you, we are sitting here today. Remember that because of you and Malaya. Okay. I don't want to include Janie in that, even though I think that Janie's a bullshitter herself. I don't really want to include Janie because she wasn't responsible for the disappearance of Jack and Lily. But I do feel like that her timeline is a bunch of crock of crap as well. But I just don't want to include her because it wasn't her responsibility to take care of Lily and Jack. Her job is to perhaps hypothetically lie for her child. Maybe that's about it. If I'm pissing you off today, Janie, don't really care. Jack and Lily are missing. Were you at the vigil today, Janie? Or what was your excuse? Anyone see Janie at the vigil today? I'm sorry if I'm being hard, but I just don't. Sorry, when things are bullshit and it is bullshit and people making up excuses for bullshit, I don't have the time of day for that crap. Okay. I got other better things to do than to sit there and pussyfoot around on shit. It was not JM's job. Right. It wasn't. Fair enough. Right. Wasn't nobody else's responsibility. You know what? Let's, just because honestly, I want to eat my hot dogs. I'm going to play a little bit of Ashley Banfield. I'm going to play a little bit of hers. Unless you want me to play yours, or you probably don't. Do you want me to play yours, Zach? Or no, we'll save it. We'll save it. Yeah, we'll go to Ashley Banfield. Okay, and where are you, Ashley? I know you're around. Oh, there you are. Okay, let's watch a little bit of her. So secretly, I'm just going to be eating my hot dogs. Okay. And don't forget to hit that like and share if you haven't hit it, okay? Boom, 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 boom. Vanished without a trace. Okay, so a lot of it near the start, she's just talking about certain things. So let's go to that. Oh yeah, let's go to this famous bull stuff. All right, let's listen to him again. More bullshit. Okay, Daniel.
I would just like to see maybe the social media speculation theories and accusations, maybe.
Go back a little bit more.
They're not going to stop, but
bringing the cadaver dogs in.
Well, I'm actually pretty happy about that because it's been about 3 months I've been asking for them, and it's just been delayed I guess till now, but I know things take time and dogs are hard to get.
So what does this say to you? Because I mean, they are dogs searching for human remains.
Well, I know that it's going to be really hard work now that there's so much vegetation in the woods, but I'm pretty happy that they're going to be able to do it. I even hope that they bring more than one dog if they have access to more than one dog.
So what are you happy about? What do you hope this will bring?
I would just like to see maybe the social media speculation theories and accusations, maybe they're not going to stop, but slow down, because at this point they're getting ridiculous.
So are you thinking that the dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100% they won't find anything. I mean, that's probably why they waited this long to do it. It's just to keep the public informed, I guess, that they're hard at work.
Do you think it will rule things out?
Yeah, I think we'll rule a lot of things out. Rule out that the RCMP are, working hard, and there's no human remains on the property.
Is there any piece of you that's preparing for the fact, like, what if they do find something?
No, because I didn't do anything. I know Malaya didn't do anything. I know my mother didn't do anything. Those are 3 people on the property. I mean, after the polygraph exams, they should have known right there. We didn't kill any of the kids, or we didn't kill the kids.
Why do you think that they're not possibly, why that they didn't possibly wander into the woods?
Well, with the amount of resources that were used, and I mean, for everything from drones to helicopters to classified technology and all the searchers on the ground, I mean, searchers on bicycles. They did everything. On the pipeline, they took in ATVs and Argos and side-by-sides. They used everything they could.
Tell me about, what do you make at this point of the investigation of what RCMP have been doing or not doing? What's your stance on all of that?
Well, I would like to go in for another whole round of polygraph exams. I mean, that would be, and maybe bring some new people in that are doing the polygraph exams. But I know they're hard at work. I've filled notebooks with just trying to help them find leads or give them any kind of small detail, answer as many questions as I can, or, but I'm doing everything I can. I usually try to meet with them 3 times a week, and sometimes they're not around for that, or phone calls or texts, but whatever we can do.
So I guess to bring it back to the cadaver dogs, since you've been asking for it for so long, I guess, you don't have any information on how that will happen?
No, I don't even know where quite they're going to start searching, or what they're going to do. Are they going to expand out onto the properties? The property there is fairly small. It's only 2 acres. So.
Yeah. Will it be the whole 8.5 that they searched previously?
I don't know. That's a lot. That would be quite a few. That'd be a couple weeks probably on foot doing that.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at the documents, and some of the other stuff RCMP has said or done, there's 70,000 drone photos that were taken during the search. That's a lot of photos. I mean, they had to review and do everything. So they would have found some kind of something there. Or even when they brought in classified technology, they scanned the whole area. They have found a beaver and a coyote. That's all they found.
So why do you think this step is necessary?
Well, it just rules out one and brings the book a little bit closer to being closed. I mean, one chapter at a time.
How have you been doing?
Well, I'm not going to say I'm doing well, but doing better than I was at the start, I guess. It's physically exhausting, mentally exhausting, emotionally exhausting, but every day you wake up and it's a new day. New hope. Just keep going forward.
Tell me about the toll, like what you were just mentioning earlier about social media.
Yeah, social media has been quite a circus, we'll call it. But I can't control them, and they're free to judge. But maybe just use a little bit of this before they start typing or using AI for pictures.
I mean, we're coming up on, is it coming up to 5 months?
Yeah, in the second, so yeah, it's less than 2 weeks.
Like, did you ever imagine that we'd be here still talking about this?
No. I thought with the amount of resources and amount of different units for RCMP working on it, everything from dive teams to canine units, and they have dedicated teams just for social media. They have a dedicated guy that just sits there and watches highway cameras. So.
What's it been like for you now that we're back to September, school's back, and seeing the school bus go by every day?
Yeah, no, it's hard. There's quite a few school buses that go by, and there's a lot of kids in the area I see, and it's sad. It's not just sad for Jack and Lily, but it's sad for everybody who knew Jack and Lily. They had friends, they went to school, and it's just, they had teachers that seen them every day, and it's just hard on everybody.
I know we ask you this every single time, but why do you keep doing it?
For Jack and Lily. I don't do this for myself because I'm going to see this online later and people are going to analyze it. Every time I move my hands, every time I open my mouth, every facial expression, they analyze everything right down to a T. I know that.
What would you like the public to know?
I want the public to know if anyone has any information, just please come forward. Call the RCMP, call your local police department, call Crime Stoppers.
Do you still think they're still alive?
Yes.
RCMP later confirmed they didn't find anything during the cadaver dog search. No human remains, no trace evidence connected to Lily or Jack. Now, one final effort is being called a last last-ditch search before winter. A volunteer group called Please Bring Me Home is planning a large-scale operation on November 15th, focusing on nearby waterways under what they call the misadventure theory, a theory that the children may have wandered off and become lost. Nick Oldreive is the executive director of Please Bring Me Home. He says his team was contacted by the children's paternal grandmother, Belinda Gray, but also by quote-unquote associates of their mother, Maleha Brooks Murray. Mr. Oldreive told reporters, quote, "This is likely the last chance before snowfall hits." Belinda Gray, the paternal grandmother, also spoke with reporters. She said, "The waiting has become unbearable." She remembers the winding drive to Lansdowne Station and the first time she saw where her grandchildren had been living. She said, quote, "When I saw it for myself, I thought, how could the kids live here?" She says her relationship with their mother, Maleha Brooks Murray, had grown distant after Maleha moved to this area, Pictou County, where cell service was spotty. But she says just weeks before Lily and Jack disappeared, Maleha called her, cheerful and apologetic, saying that she'd bring the kids for a visit. But that visit never happened.
Lily is 6 years old. Jack is, well, he's going to be 5 years old this month.
Belinda Gray can barely speak through the tears, describing the children she hasn't seen in years.
The last time they were here, they were still basically babies. Lily was 4. She was such a carbon copy of me. She copied everything I did. And Jack was more sober. He was just crawling around the floor, learning to walk.
It's been 2 years since Gray last held Jack and Lily Sullivan, and months since anyone has seen them at all.
Your grandchildren are what you leave this world. They're a part of you.
When Lily and Jack went missing, Gray says she joined the search herself.
We started working our way up through the woods along a brook. And then we crossed over the brook and we started coming back down through the woods.
For Gray, hope quickly turned to suspicion, especially after their mother left the area.
When I found out Maleha left, I knew there was no sense searching anymore. It started making me think, I don't think these babies wandered off.
She hopes police can bring her closer to the truth.
I hold them all accountable. I don't know how 2 kids can go missing.
RCMP say they combed through every possible lead, but Gray feels police could have acted faster.
I don't care what the criteria is for an Amber Alert. When you have vulnerable children missing, it should be an automatic alert.
Every day, Gray checks her phone, hoping for a message, a post, a headline, anything saying they've been found.
To see if there's any new family members coming out speaking. And that's off and on all day. That goes on right until I go to bed.
When
to see if there's any new family members coming out speaking.
Want to stop that there. Again, it's just so heartbreaking, honestly. Just whenever Belinda does an interview and stuff like that. And I know some people, I know that, again, it's been a couple years or whatever since she last saw them. Bottom line is, you know, there's a lot of people that love Jack and Lily. And I agree with her myself. Like, Belinda does not feel like the children are alive, right? But she wants the answers. There was, you know, a point in time there where Derwood and Daniel were just spewing all that crap about how that the children are being hidden somewhere on a reserve, that Maleha's family, that Haley and all that bullshit. Okay. And it's honestly, it's just to me absolute bullcrap, that whole storyline about them being hidden. That somehow, like I said, that this vehicle. The timeline doesn't match anything. Their timeline blows apart. And Belinda, like she said, when Malaya left that property, I agree that she knew that those children weren't coming back. One of the things that really bugs me the most, well, many things bug me about both Malaya and Daniel. But one thing that truly bugs me is that in that letter that Malaya wrote, I personally found it very hollow. So usually I'll well up with tears instantly if I feel like something's being genuinely put and stuff like that. But if there's one thing that really, 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 and I'm going to say really like times infinity, that bugged me about that, when she said, don't be afraid to use your voices. She had the nerve to literally put that in that letter. Don't be afraid to be voices. For Jack and Lily, you mean your kids that you're hiding and you're not being a voice and you're avoiding and you're making excuses all the time for why you're not attending a vigil, why you're not doing this. You can make excuses all you want to your family and friends. I don't buy that crap whatsoever. Okay? This is not normal what you're doing. You're hiding the truth. Daniel's hiding the truth. The property is hiding the truth of what happened to Jack and Lily. And honestly, I'm just sick and fed up with people making all these excuses for this type of behavior. These are her children. Yes, they're Cody's children paternally, but Daniel was the one on that property acting as the stepfather to Jack and Lily. And what have we seen? What have we seen from Daniel? Inconsistencies, outright lies, outright bullshit. There's some things I already know that I'm not going to say to you, that I already know that he's bullshitted on, and it's absurd. It's ridiculous. He literally puts himself out there to look like a fool, but guess what? He doesn't think he looks like a fool. Dude, you are making a mockery of Jack and Lily's case. You're making yourself look like a total lying turd is what you are. Okay? Not sugarcoating this shit anymore, Daniel. Freaking 80 KFC bucket just for freaking you. Well, actually, it was a box. Let's be fair. It was a box, okay? With my birthing sauce. Just saying. But anyways, all I know is that between Daniel and between Malaya, I'm tired of their bullshit. I'm not going to sit here and be nicety nice on it, because at the end of the day, regardless of no involvement, okay? Regardless of no involvement, do not think that you should be these proud parents or step parents that are acting and being voices for Jack and Lily. Okay? There's family members, Belinda here, Chelsea, Haley, Cheryl, other people that are being voices for Jack and Lily, that are stepping up to the plate. Even Durwood, in his twisted brain of what he thinks happened, is trying to be a voice for Jack and Lily. I don't think Durwood has anything at all. And people need to get their facts straight about his vehicle, the year, and it's not the same as the Kia Rio, right? Again, if a neighbor sits there and says that that vehicle was being driven for a year and a half, right? And that they know the sound of that damn vehicle, I'm going to believe that that's going to be truthful. Why? Because if I was the neighbor living in that area, just like everyone would know Brad's truck, they're going to know Daniel's car, that loud as shit, okay, the one he was driving. So Daniel can lie till he's blue in the face, okay? I've already caught you in absolute lies already, dude. Okay, so how much further? Actually, you know what, Daniel? I'm sorry. No. Keep talking. Keep talking. The more you talk, the more that you just make yourself look guilty that you have knowledge of what happened to Jack and Lily. Why? Because if the truth is being told, then the truth comes out. There's no bullshit happening. A story is easy to tell, isn't it? Comes out like this, bzz, maybe a little bit of this. But Daniel, right? He thinks, oh my God, I took a polygraph test with 4 questions. You guys should just all right now just stop believing it. Case closed on this part. We need to look over to, oh, wait. Now you're going to admit, because you know that you look stupid, that you keep saying that you don't believe Malaya has involvement, but you're going to literally blame her sister as if Haley somehow went, you know what? I'm going to save those kids from misery. I mean, I haven't seen them in 3 times in 2 years, but I'm going to save those kids from misery. And I'm just going to go plant a thing in the trees, right? Hopscotch along right in front of the searchers and whatever. Oops, there it goes, lands up there. And I'm just going to go hide those children. Why? For the sake of Malaya. But Malaya doesn't know nothing about it. It's so absurd and ridiculous. And it's not even comical anymore how really stupid that whole scenario is, to be honest with you. That's my personal feelings about it, just saying. But anyways, wait, shut up. Just shut up, okay? I got freaking Canucks ice cream in my freezer right now. I got maple walnut, or is it butterscotch ripple? And chocolate, okay? That's what I'm going to have as soon as I get off here with you guys. I already ate my hot dogs. Just saying. I had a big bowl of ice cream yesterday. Should I have? No. Moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips, but I don't care. Honestly, I already had my thin life. Now it's time to have the 5 foot wide life. You know what? I don't care. I'm going to YOLO this life. I don't care. Actually, it was, I want to say this though. There was this elderly lady I was talking to the other day. I think she was like 90 years old is what she was. Okay. And, technology is not the friends of, the elderly. So she said to me, you know what? I used to have no patience back when I was younger, but as I've gotten older, I find that I have more patience. And she goes, and things don't bother me as much. And I was like, well, I have a ton of patience, so don't worry about it. And then, so anyways, so I said, you know what your new word today is? I said, your new word is YOLO. You only live once. If you want to have that wine, you go ahead and have that wine. You want to smoke a pack of cigarettes today? Go ahead and smoke a pack of cigarettes today. If you want to eat all that ice cream and whatever, go right ahead, because YOLO, you only live once. I mean, shit, she's 90 years old. How much longer could she possibly have? Right. But anyways, so it always, so that's all I want to say is I'm just a YOLO person. I follow my heart. I say things from my heart. Some people don't like it. I don't care. I just don't. Right. I mean, unless you're paying me, right, to literally, like, you're paying my paycheck for work and stuff like that, I really don't care if you don't like how I say things and stuff like that. I'm not here just to sit there and be the most popular queen bee. What I'm here to do is just bring awareness and tension. And if I do it, I do my style, my way, and other channels do it their way and stuff like that. This is me. I can't help it. I just speak from my heart. When I see BS, I'll call it out. And I'm really tired of the bullshit with this case. People are going to say, well, what if you're wrong? You're going to pie in your face. No, they're shitty parents, whether they had something to do with kids' disappearance, which I strongly believe that they do, is my opinion. But I'm just saying, even if they didn't, they're shitty ass parents. And those children deserve the best. They deserve everything. They deserve love. They deserve clothes. They deserve to be fed, and they deserve to be cared for, and they deserve to be watched and all that stuff. So cut the shit with this whole like, poor Malaya, poor Daniel, blah, 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 blah. Poor Jenny, blah, blah, blah. You didn't even like those kids, Jenny. Don't even pretend like you did. Okay. You liked your own grandchildren with Daniels. Okay. But don't act like I miss them so much. I bet you any money she was not at that vigil. And if she was probably hiding behind some sort of trailer or something like that. Because she said she was going to go. Remember? She said she was going to go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jack. Oh, let me play that one more time. Again, you guys, there's some pictures in there where I've made them realistic by using AI technology to bring those pictures to life. Just saying. So if you don't want to watch it, don't. But it's Jack's birthday today. Well, it's over in Nova Scotia, but who cares? apple walnut. But isn't that crazy, you guys? Right? All I did in this one particularly was, I built this photo myself in Canva, and then I brought it into the other program that I purchased. Anyways, and I put it in there, and I just type, have Jack blowing out the cakes on the candle. And then, like I said, just brings a picture to life. Again, why? For me personally, right? Oh, this is so cute. Like that one right there, the rocking horse, it's a still picture. And you know what? So I was watching a video months ago, about 3 months ago, and I saw this exact picture, and Jack was doing exactly what I'm watching right now. And so I thought, oh my God, that's so cute. That's such a cute video, right? So I went searching for it on Belinda's on her Facebook. Couldn't find it. I was like, Belinda, I'm looking for this video of, where the kids are playing with the toys, and Belinda didn't have the video. And I'm like, what the heck? I know I saw this picture. Then it dawned on me that I think that they were using Grok. Anyway, they were using a program just like what I did here, and insert a picture and you can give it life. Well, I want these children to remember that these children, do have a life, did have a life. And these two children deserve everything, because this is exactly the stuff they were doing. Jack doing that motion on this rocking horse, okay? That's real. He would have been doing that, but it was just a still picture. So I want people to understand that these children are more than just the pictures, that these children were playing, having fun, doing things that they, I'm sure, love to do. But by the same token, I also believe that they lived in a house of fucking horrors, of sick, twisted horrors as well, to go with that. And I'm going to sit here and fight for Jack and Lily, and I'm not going to shut up. No one's going to try to tear me down. I'm just going to keep fighting for them, doing it my way, my style, and how I do things. Simple as that, right? I had no problem calling out bullshit when I see it. And bottom line is, regardless of any sort of involvement in the disappearance of Jack and Lily, these two parents, step loosely, reap what you sow. Reap what you sow. We are here today, 6 months later, because of you two. Because of you two. Because you were too busy bullshitting, first of all. But then you claim that you were lying in bed with Meadow. But still, right? How does that make you look? You got two kids that are out, and you guys are what? I mean, what are you guys doing again? Sleeping? Both of you? Well, two children are awake, and they just happen to get at a door that's not even locked. And these children are able to get out of that. Again, where was this responsibility? Take care of these children. But first of all, I would actually have to believe that your timeline was truthful, but I don't. I don't believe your timeline's truthful. And the day's going to come. The day's going to come when that right piece of evidence is going to come along, and it's going to break this case wide open with what happened to Jack and Lily. Love you forever, Jackie boy. We will never give up. This case, we cannot let it go cold. We can't. Okay. It's not there yet, but it has the makings of it. Okay. That's why, again, these interrogations, re-polygraph them. Actually, you know what? How many of you guys can sit here and picture Daniel literally sitting there? How do I pass a polygraph test? Can you guys, what the drones or the flare? It's like, I'm not really looking for Lily and Jack. I'm just Google searching all that shit that those searchers should be doing. And, they mapping everything, and they need to focus on this spot. They got all these images, as if he fucking went to school for that shit. He talks out of his ass, but damn well, he's literally sitting there Googling all that shit. I see Daniel as the person that every time he wants to know something, he Googles it. Right? Anyway, you guys shut up with the ice cream. You guys are making me all hungry now. Right. But you know what? I didn't want to get too heavy today and stuff like that. I'm going to save that for when me and Zach are on Friday on Halloween and stuff like that. this is a very heavy day for a lot of the family members that truly, again, are invested in finding answers for Jack and Lily. I can't thank you enough. The people that have spoken with me, that have spoken to other people, that are speaking out, that want answers for Jack and Lily, regardless, of course, if, anything, doesn't matter, of anything, right? Jack and Lily are the main concern. So for all those people out there that put their concerns on, trying to trash, that was funny actually, right? It's like you're in a group chat and then you're just reading like, yeah, I can't stand Sunny. I can't stand her either. Oh my God, she's eating a piece of chicken on the thing. Oh yeah, right. And you're just sitting there and I'm like, so I send back a message. I'm like, yeah, I can't stand her either. I don't even know how you guys can watch her. Basically, and it was like, F you bitches, I'm out of here. Off that stupid, I think it was called Love for Jack and Lily, Facebook group on there. Again, toxic shit. That's what those groups are. You're toxic people that literally don't do anything besides do this with your mouths. Why don't you put your focus to actually contributing to Jack and Lily? So instead of using your time picking your ass in the Facebook group, sitting there bashing people all the time, because you're probably some bored ass housewife or probably some jobless hobo that has nothing better to do with your time, why don't you go bring yourself up a channel? Why don't you do lives about Jack and Lily? Why don't you actually gear something towards Jack and Lily if you care about them so much? Why are you even in a space if you're just there to sit there and always trash on people all day long? Right, McNutt? Hey, McNutt. Anyways, so just to those people, like I said, grow a set, and then instead of always trashing people. So for those people, like I said, go suck it. Don't care about you. For all the people that are here for the truest reasons, that have done beautiful artwork, rocks, you guys, I'm going to make, like I said, not that I'm going to make, I've been working on a video for Jack and Lily with the rocks, but I needed it to be special. And I thought to myself, well, you know what? I didn't have really the time to do it when I asked for everything to end. I knew it was going to take me some weeks, but sometimes life gets busy and stuff like that. And it's okay because I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. But at the end of the day, then I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to save this for the half year. The half year is like one of those hurdles, right? We're at a half year mark of Jack and Lily missing. Russell McDonald has done 2 beautiful songs for Jack and Lily. That is Please Bring Me Home and Where is Jack and Lily, the one that you have there as well. Again, thank you to all the people that made this Vigil tonight beautiful, heartbreaking, by people pulling together. And to I really like that guy that was whatever his name was again, that warden guy, speaking from his heart, talking about Jack and Lily. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Haley. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Allie. Thank you, Logan. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Janie. Thank you, Durwood. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you to all those family members that are fighting so hard for answers for Jack and Lily, that are being voices and stepping out and just trying to get answers. So with that being said, we'll have much more talk about stuff on Friday. Again, Zach's channel. And don't forget, Charmaine did a live as well. And Nova Quest, and I'm sure Daphne did one as well. Okay. So there's Zach's channel, guys. And I know, like I said, I'm gonna go watch DT's channel as well, because I want to hear what DT had to say about the interrogation stuff, right? I want to hear about that, but I only had time to listen to a portion of it. So I'm gonna go see for that myself. Again, it's all about answers for Jack and Lily. That's what I care about. Okay. Can't wait either, Zach. Okay, we'll have our Halloween groove on. Maybe we'll possibly do a couple fun things, perhaps. I don't know. Unless Zach's boring. Can you guys see Zach as being boring? Better not be. Zach better not be boring. I don't see you as boring. Sonny, I wish Lindsay Jones would interview some of Daniel MB's high school classmates or co-workers to see who they are, were it. And it would be helpful, like, if they, the thing is, they're always trying to talk to people. Okay, don't get me wrong. They're always trying to talk to people. They put a lot of time and effort into Jack and Lily's case, way past their jobs, again. So don't think that they're not always trying to get information, talk to people, bring answers for Jack and Lily. Well, you know what? Bottom line is that, again, I don't care really about whose channel it is, right? There's channels we like, there's channels we don't like. There's people that we do like, and da-da-da-da-da. DT has his own channel, and he does it his way, right? Doesn't mean you have to like it. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Just like he doesn't have to like my lives and stuff like that, right? Bottom line. But the value of all this, regardless, is that it doesn't matter if I'm wrong or he's wrong or that person's wrong. It's a matter of fighting and finding answers for Jack and Lily. You're not boring, eh? You think you can put up with old granny here, Zachy? Eh? Zach thought I was like 35 or something. Get owned. I can be your mommy, you know? Actually, no, my husband's 30. My husband's 35. Yeah? So I'm like 21-year age difference here. So who am I to judge, eh? About stuff. I just do my own thing. But anyways, but that was appreciated, Zach. Appreciate that. Young at heart, you know? Sonny, thank you for... Yeah. Anyways, Sonny DM showed up in Justin's live and said he's sick of the chaos, deleted it, and left. I don't think it was a troll. Sonny, wait, what? Sonny, Daniel Martin showed up in Justin's live and said he's sick and tired of the chaos, deleted it, and left. I don't think it was a troll. Well, again, if it came in as Daniel Martell, I mean, you can really just click on it, go back to the live, click on it, and hit go to channel, right? Right. Yeah. Zach, it's okay. It's the StreamYard filter. Gotcha. Yeah. I don't really have a lot of wrinkles anyway. But yeah, I got the glow. I got one of those little lights too above my computer. You know, that little halo light. I don't think it does sweet shit all, to be honest with you. All I know is that when I did that interview with Allie, you guys, I can't even look at that segment where I'm on that. I don't know what the fuck. What was it called? Zoom? Yeah, Zoom. I don't know what the fuck was going on with Zoom, but that thing made me look like, I don't even know. I look like a fucking blow-up doll with fucking lipstick shit. Like I look like a fucking anime or whatever. And yet I'm sitting there and I got no filters on, eh? Right? So I don't know what the fuck happened there, but I was like, oh yeah, that is not pretty. I don't know what the hell happened because I was testing my Zoom with my husband's Zoom just to make sure, right? I had on this shirt, which had the Northern Stars because I was letting the background show up on my green shirt so that it looked like I was on the Northern Stars. So everything that went wrong, did you use a different camera? No, it's the same camera, right? I just don't. So Zoom, whatever filters you got going on, and I turned you off, okay? Seriously, like I did not look like this. I looked like I was like, I don't know, fucking, I don't even know. I just looked like I was like I had this huge, massive filter on that made me look like sick. So I don't. Let me just put it this way. I don't get it. I literally was with my husband. I wanted to make sure because I don't use Zoom. Who the heck uses Zoom, right? Like Zoom is like to me so passe, but you know everything's about Teams or you know YouTube or StreamYard and all these different things. But a lot of these places still use it. I just don't know. Anyways, I'm not going to keep going on about that. All I know is every time I see myself in that on that. All right. But I really want Danielle. I really want you to know, Danielle, though, that I truly am sincere that when I was eating that box of KFC, shit, that was good, actually. When I was eating that drumstick, you know, for the live, because somebody asked me to, and I was like, why not, right? Let's toss in some birthing sauce and, you know, let's just go to town on that drumstick. you know, and I was, someone actually thought that I was like triple, you know, like triple X stuff going on there, but it was good. Not going to lie. Right. I haven't had some KFC in a while, but I just want you to know, Daniel, that I truly was eating that in honor of our KFC relationship, you know, because I was feeling like a lot of sorrow and sadness. The fact that actually the sorrow and sadness came from that my husband actually didn't buy a bucket. Instead, he bought me a box meal. That's truly where the sadness came from. But I just was mourning. Well, I wasn't really mourning at all, to be honest with you, because I was too busy going, fucking karma's great, man. Karma's great. But that eating that chicken stick, you know, the drumstick, that was sincere. I just want you to know that. That's me and you. We have that type of relationship. We get each other that way. And you know what? One day, Daniel, probably won't happen, but could one day we're going to do a Netflix deal together too, perhaps, you know, just say if you ever want a KFC, you know, freaking back shot there in your Netflix deal, I'm there. I'm down with you. Okay. Just saying. Yeah. I really do like my KFC video that I did make before. That shit cracks me up. I've watched it a few times. Still cracks me up to this day. See, because, you know, the problem is that I don't have 2 children missing. So I can eat a KFC bucket all the time. And I can give birth to one and squat one. In fact, I just think that Janie, you know what? I think we can bond. I'll buy you some Temu products, right? You hand me over your chickens. Okay? I feel like I could get about 4 buckets of freaking KFC out of those chickens that you own on that property, you know? I could probably, now you can keep your dog. I'll let you have your dog. KFC is my favorite. You know what? There's something about the KFC skin, right? You know, like that's what, it's kind of like fish and chips. I don't buy fish and chips because I like fish, because I really don't. I buy it for the batter. Same with KFC, right? Popeye's chicken, suck it. Church's chicken, suck it. KFC just has that taste. It's kind of like, to me, like Pizza Hut's my favorite pizza, because it just has that. Okay, you guys ever have fry bread? You know, your mom make fry bread with some the extra dough, and then they throw sugar on top. Well, you can tell that Pizza Hut makes their crust like a fry bread, right? You can tell that their secret ingredient is sugar. Throw some sugar on me. I only like white meat. I feel yes, ma'am. I'm there too. But you know what? Sometimes I don't knock it. When I was a kid, I used to always ask for the drumsticks. Don't ask me why. Then I got older, and all I ever wanted was the white breasts, right? The chicken breasts and stuff like that. But sometimes, like when you have a box meal like that, I just pretend that it's not the chicken leg that I'm eating and stuff like. I try to pretend, you know, just like when I'm eating an egg, I try to pretend it's not like a little chiclet in there and stuff like that. Sometimes I have a hard time trying to get those thoughts out of my mind. That's why, like my ex-husband, he was like a deer hunter, moose hunter, and all that shit. Back in Newfoundland, he'd go hunt moose every couple of years or something like that, right? But it was the thought of eating moose and eating deer and stuff like that. Then they tricked me, and they gave me it, and I was like, "Oh man, this is good." And then they tell me later that it was freaking moose that I ate, and I'm like, "Okay, yeah," because it's mind over matter. My mom didn't grow me up on that stuff, right? It was kind of like turkey, ham, chicken, beef, ground beef, right? The basics. My mom didn't like seafood. She certainly wasn't hunting no mooses or deers or bambies and stuff like that. But my ex-husband was a hunter. Fish, yeah, on there. But anyways, I have all you can want KFC here. That's a whole lot of bad English right there. I prefer the chicken thigh. Breast meat drumstick. My 26-year-old hubby thigh. Wow, bad spelling. Yes, ma'am. Actually, it was. Okay, say what? No seafood? Seafood, no. I only like fish and chips. Okay, and I don't mind shrimp. But I'm just telling you, I don't go out of my way to eat it. I eat it for the batter, and I eat it for the tartar sauce. Okay, that's why I eat it. I truly don't eat it because I like eating fish, because I don't. But I can handle Caddock. Is it Caddock? Caddock and whatever the other one is. Let's see. Yeah, that. No. My dad used to eat those freaking slimy sardines, and he was disgusting. Like, he would literally roll the freaking tin open, right? And then he would literally dangle it to his mouth, and then he'd stick out his tongue like this. and then he would like drop it into his mouth. And I'm stupid enough that I was about like 7 years old, and I'm watching it, and I'm just about to hurl, but it didn't stop me from watching it still go in his mouth. You know those memories, eh? Opening, you know those little round things on tins, right? Freaking bunch of little dead fishies in there. Cod, that's it. Oh, haddock. I called it caddock. Haddock and cod. Yeah, that's right. I don't even know where I combined the words together, right? Yeah. My dad one time told me he was eating a burger because I did not want to eat buffalo, and he told me after that it was buffalo burger and it was good. I know that's my problem, is that I can eat something and it still be good, but it's like eating deer. It's Bambi, okay? I have a cat named Bambi. You guys all watch Bambi the movie, you know. Yeah, cod is the best. Oh, Atlantic cod, that is. You don't think the Pacific shit is good enough for you? Yeah? No? Anyone here loved battered and fried smelts? Sure, whatever that is. Don't know. It's not even actually good for you. Yeah, well, you know, they say that everything's like certain things are good for you. They say that apples are good for you. Then they say that apples cause cancer. All I'm saying is that YOLO life, people, okay? If you don't live a YOLO life, then you better start. And you know what? Let me just ask you here. And don't even try to bullshit me, okay? Don't bullshit me. Just be honest with yourself. When you're asked a question, just be honest. How many of you here, don't lie, actually live pretty much a carefree life, a YOLO life? And that would entail that, you know what? You wake up, you got $5 in your bank account, but you don't care, you know, because whatever, life is what it is. It might suck for the moment, but say you got your husband, got your wife, got your kids and stuff like that, or that challenge is coming your way or opportunities, and you're like, YOLO, why not try, right? You're carefree. You don't take life too seriously. You don't take people too seriously because you don't care enough to do that, right? So it's a carefree life. So if you live a YOLO life and you're being honest with yourself, how many of you here are truly living a YOLO life for the most part? Go on. Go ahead and lie to me. Don't lie to me. Be right back. Don't lie to me. Just put YOLO in the chat if you truly live a YOLO life. Okay, we got one. Anybody else? Nobody else. Really? Huh. Go, okay. Explore Core. Okay. Carol, nice. My husband, well, no, he doesn't hate it. Wouldn't say that. I like to get BOGO shoes. What? Buy one, get one free shoes? That's good. That's your YOLO life? You're gonna the bestest. No YOLO here. Really, Brandy? Madagascar. YOLO, absolutely. Boss man, YOLO. Perfect. Anybody else? YOLO. Autoimmune says no. Okay. You know what? This is what I gotta say. David Mitten, YOLO, right? Carefree. Because you know what? Shit happens. Life happens. Things happen. But it's how you freaking make lemonade with those lemons that come at you, right? Either you can sit there and pout and be whatever, you know, or you can live more carefree and just realize you're going to die someday, okay? You could die tomorrow. You could die in 5 days from now. You could die 10 years from now, 50 years from now, depending on how old you are. Don't think too many of you are that young in this community here. But anyways, right? So you never know. So, you know, at the end of the day, you live life for fulfillment, right? Right? Boss man, family first. Family always comes first. I always said this. I always knew my purpose from when I was young, meaning I always knew what was important. And I knew that money, sure, it makes the world go round. But you know what? It doesn't buy happiness, right? It's what you choose to do. Then, you know, you can have your happiness. So either you choose to live in misery, be miserable, and, you know, someone pissing your cornflakes and you're going to wake up and try to piss other people off because your life sucks because you don't know how to YOLO. you know, or you wake up like me and you go to bed with a smile. You wake up with a smile because you know what? You don't really care. I got my husband. I got happy. My son has gave me my grandchild April 14th of this year. You know, my son is 28. Children are everything. You know, now that he has a child, he'll know children are your everything. Yeah. So I just kind of go through life taking chances wherever the wind takes me, wherever the wind blows. I don't sit there and panic too much. I mean, I get stressed here and there, but it's rare, right? But I choose every day. No, I don't choose it. I am that way, to be honest with you. I don't take life too seriously. Why? Right? Life is going to be a bitch at sometimes, and it's going to be a roller coaster ride that you didn't ask for. But you know what? It comes at you, and then it's how you grab hold of it. And then again, you know, deal with it. That makes it. But you're the one that's in charge if you decide to be anxiety fed and bring on all these different issues and stuff like that. God gave us a brain. He gave it to us to use. You know, some people do need medication. Don't get me wrong on that stuff. But, you know, bottom line is you choose your own happiness. But I would rather live life like riding like I said, like a freaking butterfly through the wind and be like, I'm glad I did these things. You know, I'm glad I am who I am. I'm glad that I'm just carefree. I'm glad that I don't stress over the small shit in life. Because why? Like I said, you're here for a good time. You guys know the song, right? You're here for a good time, not a long time. You know that song, right? So have a good time. The sun doesn't shine every day because it doesn't, right? Some days it's like my twin sister. Tanya, if you're watching this, so sorry. That's my twin sister. Okay. A lady today, she called and she's like, what's your name? And I'm like, Sunny. And she goes, I think she said Betty. And I'm like, no, Sunny. And then she goes, well, it's rainy over here. And I said, well, that's my twin sister. Because my twin sister, I always try to teach her, you know what? You need to be a lot more YOLO, right? Because she's very much like a box A and stuff like that. Now go ahead, you know, if you want life to sap the suck out of you and stuff like that, keep living that life. At the end of the day, if I'm going to be on this planet, I'm going to do what I want to do and I'm going to do it how I do it, right? And I'm going to take me wherever chances take me or things take me. And I'm going to do that. Why? Because I'm not going to be stuck in no box, just sitting there, you know, living a boring ass life, picking my nose, eating my shit type of thing. Ain't going to happen, you know? So that's why when people think that I'm younger and stuff like that, that's because, again, I'm just a big kid at heart. Throw me Disneyland, throw me balloons up and stuff like that. You throw me fireworks in front of my face, colors and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, like a little kid. What's that? What's that? Is that Santa Claus? Anyways, so basically, if you're not living a YOLO life, you know, again, life's too short. You know, don't waste it. Don't waste it on misery. Don't waste it on being a square peg. You know, just enjoy life and remember why you're here and the purpose of it, right? So that's what I got to say about, let's just see here. I'll get to you guys. Explorer, we used to love getting a bag of salt. I still don't know what smelt is. Yes, I love shoes. Okay. Janie, I'm telling you, man, I just got $300 worth of Temu shit, right? Imagine what I could do for you if you could just hand me over those darn chickens and tell the truth while you're at it. How about them apples? We all know Daniel's not going to be telling them the truth anytime soon, right? Daniel's just going to keep making light of the interrogation and that they're just calling him in to check on things. No, dude. Okay? They're going to find out what happened to Jack and Lily. And then we're going to see who's going, right? In those thumbnails. Wonder how DM felt about that. We don't care. We don't care. If he doesn't have feelings, we don't have feelings. Go with the flow. Absolutely. Right? It is what it is. Suck it up, buttercup. That's what my mom would always say. See, I grew up in that world where my grandma, she wasn't exactly a hugging type personality. She was that one that says, you know, like I can picture my grandma in my ear. So you guys want to think about Janie in my ear? Okay, well, my grandma's voice wasn't as deep as Janie's is that way, but my grandma was kind of like the same personality. And it was like, rah, rah, rah. What are you doing? Get around, get out. What do you think I'm on my shadow? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, they're fighting in hockey. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, grandma. Yeah, grandma. Blah, 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 blah. Now, my mom wasn't that way, but my mom wasn't exactly a hugger. But you knew that she loved you, but she wasn't a huggy. But she didn't really get that. So I made choices. I said that when I had a child, I was going to make sure that my child or children at the time, that they would know that they were loved, that they would know that they were cared about, that they would have every opportunity of things that I didn't like, right? I wanted my son's always his voice to be heard. I wanted to be that parent that said, son, you have some choices. Here are some options. What would you like to do? Son, what do you think your punishments should be? Right? I always want him to feel like he had a say in it. And if he was in trouble, he wouldn't get in trouble if he told me the truth, but he would be in trouble if he lied to me. You know, and trust me, I'm telling you, one day he hit his, okay, I know, different. One day he hit his phone, right? He was like 13, 14. He hit his phone in his toys, in his bucket of toys. And he goes, Mom, calls me up. Mom, I need you to get the code from my phone. Oh, where's your phone? Oh, it's at the bottom of my toy bucket. What's it doing there? He's like, you know, Mom. Okay. And I'm like, yeah, I know, son. Thank you for being honest with me. I don't feel like I need to say that exactly why it was at the bottom of the thing. If you use your brains and think of, you know, the chicken leg and stuff, you know what I mean? But I was just proud that he actually just said, Mom, you know why I hid it. No, you didn't have to hide it, son. Could have just told me. But okay, here's your code. So I was always just very much about being a good role model to my son, or well, mine and my ex's son. You know, I'm just bringing him up in the best way that I knew how, which was with love, care, and that. Because my mom wasn't able to come to any of our concerts hardly ever. Even in high school when we played basketball and stuff like that, my mom could come to some. But usually my mom, she was always trying to support us, right? When she left my dad, and when we were 5 years old, like we were poor ass, right? I mean, if you wanted something from Hot Dog Day, here's 25 cents. You can buy one thing. And other than that, here's the rest of your lunch. And you just felt like such a big loser while everyone else is eating, oh, I'll have 2 donuts, a couple hot dogs, some chocolate milk and stuff like that. But it was what it was, you know? But the thing was, is that the things, so my sister, twin sister, she turned materialistic. Her kids all had to have Gap or, you know, Please Mom and all those things. Me, I was like, how much can I get for $200 for school supplies, like and clothes? How much can I get? And I would come home with a shit bag ton of stuff, right? That's who I was. Whereas my twin, she became materialistic. I didn't care about shit like that at all, right? I knew my mom was working hard, couldn't afford stuff, you know, and I appreciated it. So again, it's like this whole work ethic and that back in the day and just the different things that we wanted to change about it. But I always wanted my son to have balance. Did I spoil my son? Absolutely. He's my only child. But I still always wanted him to have the balance of, you know, the whole, just children. They just want to be loved. That's why it makes it so hard, right? When I look at these pictures of any children that are in front of us, children, they don't deserve any of this. They just deserve to be loved. They deserve everything from us. We're the ones that had them, and they deserve the best of us, right? Some people are not meant to be parents, but I'm not speaking really for those right now. I'm speaking for the children of the missing and the murdered. People do horrific shit to the children, their own children, right? Or a lot of the step parents and stuff do horrific shit to the children because they're in the way and stuff like that. So for me, I'm on the 1 billion% opposite of the spectrum. Children are precious. And these children that are before us need our voices, and they need our help. They need us to keep bringing awareness that maybe that person that has that piece of evidence will speak. All right? Shit, Sonny. I just took you guys on a high of YOLO to a down of like freaking sadness and sorrow. Nah. I gotta probably scroll here. But anyways, absolutely. 1 second here. Family first. I know I'm not behind. I just had to go scroll back up to it on that by 100,000%. I'm pretty sure he was just too lazy to type all the zeros in there. But anyways, oh wait, all I'm craving right now is my ice cream. Anyone ever try Kaplan? Don't even know what it is. Scrolling. Oh, I'm at the bottom. Actually, I didn't even have to go too far to get there. On there. Charmaine's channel right there. I'm going to post Zach's channel one more time. Anyways, you guys, again, what a beautiful gathering tonight for people for Jack and Lily. Hey, the Canadian cat lady, guess what? Leaving your butt. I'm going to go see my cats and get some ice cream. That's what I'm going to do. But anyways, again, biggest hugs and prayers to the family members that are truly missing Jack and Lily, that want answers, that wake up with a huge hole in your heart every day. My heart hurts because your hearts are hurting on there. So again, keep being voices. Sunny sent you something. Oh shit. Yeah, right. My bad. I literally saved those. My bad. If it's what I'm thinking of. Is it the cross stitches that you're talking about? Okay, 1 second. Image file. My bad. I did take those down. Right here. So this is for Jack. Okay, is this what you're talking about? These ones on there? Wow, what do you mean? 1 second. Okay, wait a second. Did you... Okay, wait. Hold on a second. Don't bullshit me either. Okay. Did you physically... Okay, because I've cross-stitched before. That shit takes a long time. Did you just do it on the computer? The cross-stitch? Is it just a computer-generated image? Okay. Don't bullshit me, because when I say cross-stitch, that's like me getting the freaking little needle out and freaking doing that for days. Check your Facebook. Or just tell me. Cross stitches I did online. Oh, okay, so you did them online. Okay. I didn't even know that you could do cross stitching online. Heck yeah. Okay. And so hold on. Image file. And then then you did this one because you wanted to make it more vibrant, didn't you? And it says very little here. Happy 5th birthday, Jackie boy. So we all know that Jack liked dinosaurs and Lily liked unicorns and Meadow likes giraffes. Yeah. Okay, so now we got to show. Okay, then I'm going to get my butt on off here. I'm going to put some freaking moment on the lips to lifetime on the hips, ice cream on that in just a minute. And yes, we gotta, hold on. Where are you? Gotta do the other one. Image file. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And then the unicorn for Lily. Pretty little unicorn for Lily. Kind of has a 3D dimension to it, doesn't it? You know, with the shadowing and shit going on over there. Thank you, Melissa. So Melissa, again, is American Justice. Brandy, thank you so much, you guys. We're going to head out of here right now. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I know that there was a lot of stuff going on today, a lot of lives. Obviously, an important day for Jack and Lily. And for Jack's birthday and the awareness for the vigil of both Jack and Lily. Their 6 months is coming up. It's 29th. Again, I'm not going to be doing no live tomorrow, just so you know, because I got to be working on stuff for Halloween. So Halloween, of course, is on Friday. And, my husband, he has a dentist appointment. That's right. Anyways, I'll see you guys. We'll see you, me and Zachy. We'll see you on Friday night. 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, 9:30 in the Maritime, Atlantic Times. Okay, guys? I scream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. Absolutely. I remember that. Yeah. I scream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. Anyways, so I'm just going to play the little video tonight on the way out. But again, prayers to everybody. And thank you again for being here, okay? Video file. Happy birthday, Jack. We love you. Absolutely. Throw up a bunch of balloons in the chat for Jackie boy. Okay, guys? And then we're gonna play. I think this is the one. Yeah. I'm gonna play this. Throw up some balloons. Let's go.
Dawn of a May morning, 2 little hearts went out to play. Jack's laughter, Jack's small footsteps.
Oh, me and Sarah saw the same color.
Vanished with the breaking day. Come home, Jack and Lily. We're praying for your steer. The woods are deep and silent, but our love will draw you near.
That's good, Tinkerbell.
Through forest paths and endless trees, searchers called your names aloud. Hope flickered in the morning breeze as prayers rose up to the clouds. Come home, Jack and Lily. We're praying for your steer.
Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Friday on Halloween, and then maybe we'll have some bigger gossip by then. It's here. Take care, you guys. Again, please like and share. Do it for Jack and Lily. Do it always for the sake of the missing and the murdered. And with that being said, you guys have a wonderful night, and I'm going to have some wonderful ice cream.